This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Drama on this Wednesday with episodes of The Adventures of Philip Marlowe starring Gerald Mohr, Dragnet starring Jack Webb, very early episode, first season episode, but the show was still finding its way in the whole thing, and it was still a brand new entity in 1949. Edward Arnold as President of the United States, but we don't know which one. That'll be coming up, and an episode of Boston Blackie starring Dick Kollmar and the Backstage Murder, and we'll wrap it all up with a rather serious episode of Blum and Abner. That's what's coming up on this Wednesday, and you know what that means. This is the 10th day of September, 253rd day of the year, 112 days remaining in 2025. Nathan Hale volunteered to spy during the American Revolutionary War on this date in 1776. U.S. beat the British fleet at the Battle of Lake Erie during the War of 1812 in 1813. 1846, Elias Howe got a patent for the sewing machine. The jungle character Tarzan made his debut on this date in 1912 as Tarzan of the Apes by Edgar Rice Burroughs. It was first published in the All Story magazine. And of course, as Tarzan always said, or was that Carol Burnett? No, it was Tarzan. Anyway, Tarzan making his debut on this date in 1912. 1939, Canada declared war on Nazi Germany, joining France, the UK, New Zealand, and Australia in the Allies. It would be another 2 years before the U.S. made officially enter the war. Now, it was on this date in 1963, 20 black students entered public school in Birmingham, Mobile, and Tuskegee, Alabama. That after President Kennedy said National Guardsmen to end the standoff with Alabama Governor George Wallace.
I would think you'd be concerned that the football team at Tuskegee, after the activities of the governor over the period of the last 10 days, football team last night voted to discontinue football because there happens to be some Negroes going to the high school. How are we bringing up our children, Senator, if there's not going to be some leadership and help and assistance from somebody such as yourself? I mean, I think you have a responsibility.
Realize this was just 60 years ago. They would rather not play football than play against blacks. How far have we come? While many people believed in the forward-looking integration plan, some folks, including some politicians, steadfastly refused integration.
The general reaction among the people, the masses of people, have been good, of course, among some preachers and newspaper editors and folks in ivory towers and some few people who were frustrated and ready to give up, of course. They just said, well, what can you do? But the people of this state do not like integration of the races in the public school system.
People forget that we're not races. We're people. And I think we've come a tremendously long way since then. On this date in 1987, Pope John Paul II arrived in Miami to begin a 10-day tour of the U.S.
I come as a friend of America and of all Americans.
It was Pope John Paul II's second visit to the U.S. At his residence in Afghanistan, Osama bin Laden launched Al-Qaeda on this date in 1987. X-Files premiered on this date in 1993. Series ran from 93 to 2002, but came back for a short run in January and February of 2016. And at that point in time, having a show on just for a couple of months in the middle of winter, that wasn't done back then. Now it's all the time with the new models of streaming and all that. Switzerland, known for its neutrality, joined the United Nations on this date in 2002. Swedish Foreign Minister Anna Lindh fatally stabbed on this date in 2003 while shopping. And she died the following day, September 11th. 2017, Hurricane Irma made landfall on Cujo Key, Florida, as a Category 4 hurricane after causing catastrophic damage throughout the Caribbean. Florida Governor Rick Scott described the damage.
Here in the Keys, the trailer parks, it's like everybody just tipped everything over. You're just praying that everybody's alive.
Not everybody survived. Irma resulted in 134 deaths, $64.76 billion in damage in 2017 dollars. Now, it was on this date 3 years ago today, King Charles III officially proclaimed Britain's monarch in a pomp-filled ceremony 2 days after the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II.
God save the King! God save the King!
Queen Elizabeth II reigned for almost 71 years. 70 years, 214 days, from February 6th of 1952, when her father, King George VI, died, until her own death on September 8th. Made her the longest reigning monarch in British history, second longest reigning monarch in recorded history, behind only Louis XIV of France. Now, let's look at others who passed on this date in history. They include the assassinated politician Huey Long, the Cisco Kid, Leo Carrillo, a man named Jack Atkinson, whom you might not know, unless you're a pro wrestling fan, then you know him as Fritz von Erich, guitarist, singer Clarence Gatemouth Brown, actress Jane Wyman, actor Cliff Robertson, Richard Kiel, very fine actor, big guy, 7'2", the Spy Who Loved Me, Longest Yard, Happy Gilmore, big tall guy. Also Diana Rigg from the 1960s British spy series, The Avengers. All those folks passing on this date in history. Those born on this date who are no longer with us: composer Henry Purcell, actor Edmund O'Brien, the Peruvian songbird Ima Sumac, golfer Arnold Palmer, journalist Charles Kuralt on the road, and Eldridge Coleman, better known to wrestling fans as Superstar Billy Graham. Yes, all those folks born on this date in history, they have left the building.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Man who stirred tons of controversy with his performance of the Star-Spangled Banner back in the 70s. because he did what a lot of people do today. He was all over the place with it. He was, and it was a marvelous song, but a lot of people did not like it. Jose Feliciano. I love Light My Fire. Wonderful song. 80 years old today is Jose Feliciano. We mentioned superstar Billy Graham. What you may not know is, for a period of time, 1987 to 1980, he managed pro wrestler Don Morocco. And Morocco turned 76 years old today. Bill O'Reilly, the political commentator, 76 years old today, moved from the mainstream media to doing it all online. Aerosmith's Joe Perry is 75 today. Oh, the delightful actress Amy Irving. She had not a bad movie career. She was in Carrie, she was in Yentl with Barbra Streisand. But she told reporters being on stage is a lot more challenging than being a movie actress.
You might get up there a few times, but they're not going to ask you to come back a lot unless you can handle it. And it is more of a craft. And when I do theater, I feel like I've accomplished more than when I do film.
The thoughts of Amy Irving, who turned 72 years old today. The wonderful actor Colin Firth is 65 today.
I'm not here to discuss personal matters.
Why are you here then?
Because I bloody well stammer!
That was a wonderful role with Geoffrey Rush as Colin Firth portraying King George VI in The King's Speech. And it sure did make, when he came out with his speech, it sure did make the people, give them a lot of comfort in the UK. Colin Firth, 65 years old today. From Cruel Intentions and MacGruber, Ryan Phillippe is 51 years old today. How's that going? From a serious squirrely drama to a seriously squirrely comedy. Ryan Phillippe, 51. He was in the WWE kind of as a comic tag team character and moved over to the NWO and became a champion, trained by the greatest, who was, well, maybe second greatest NWA champion of all time, Harley Brace. Trevor Murdoch, 45 years old today and still wrestling and doing a good job over in the NWA. And stand-up comedian, the very, very funny Matt Rife, although he's not always clean. Matt Rife, 30 years old today. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 10th day of September as their birthday. If this is your birthday,
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Just a quick program note. Tomorrow on the program, we will have some audio from the World Trade Center catastrophe, Pentagon, all that horrible stuff that happened September 11th, 24 years ago. And we have to remember that stuff, because if we don't, you have to learn from history. Okay, let us get to drama on this Wednesday with an episode of The Adventures of Philip Marlowe. That'll start off with that next here. I'm Wyatt Cox. This is Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, because I'm Wyatt Cox, and we'll do the shows next.
We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock and a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
Alert today, alive tomorrow.
Plan now with your family for civil defense emergency action. Someday it may save your lives.
Join, work, and share together with others this knowledge of self-help. Civil defense, an American tradition.
All right, we get started with the great shows from radio's golden age that took place on this date in history, the 10th day of September. And we're going to start off in 1949 with an episode of The Adventures of Philip Marlowe starring Gerald Mohr. 76 years ago, the Rustin victory.
Get this and get it straight. Crime is a sucker's road, and those who travel it wind up in the gut of the prison or the grave. The lady tourist was a school teacher out after glamour, and she got it. But only after she learned that in Hollywood the 3 R's could be reading done in a dark room, writing found in a dead man's pocket, and arithmetic that added up to murder times 2.
From the pen of Raymond Chandler, outstanding author of crime fiction, comes his most famous character in The Adventures of Philip Marlowe. Now, with Gerald Mohr starred as Philip Marlowe, we bring you tonight's transcribed story, The Rustin Hickory.
It was hot in my apartment, even at 10 o'clock at night. The sultry wind blowing through curtains at the far side of the room didn't help a bit. It was the kind of night that made me wish I was something else, a butcher, baker, candlestick maker, anything. After a long, hot day spent in the downtown courts of law, listening to the petty arguments of a petty larceny case, I was tired of petty people. The paper I had picked up on my way home wasn't helping any. 10 killed in an air crash. Mental cruelty, says local songbird. I made myself another highball, lots of ice, easy with water, and picked up the paper again. It was still more of the same. Cy Nestor killed in office on Sunset Strip. Cy Nestor. He'd hit the papers before. Bookie, B- picture producer, general racketeer. Somehow I wasn't too surprised he was on the receiving end for a change. My drink was good for 10 more pages of equally dull reading, and I was set for the next in line when the phone rang.
Mr. Philip Marlowe?
It was the first attractive voice I'd heard all day.
Mr. Marlowe?
And you know, I thought she might be fun.
My name is Joan Rustin, and I'm only here in Hollywood from Ferndale, Nebraska on a vacation, and I wanted to have some fun. You know, see the nightclubs and the stars
hey.
and that sort of thing.
Hey, wait a minute,
I
Joan.
didn't want trouble, Mr. Marlowe,
hold
and
it.
least of all...
Teacher, hey.
Yes?
Let's back up a little, huh? Now, your name is Joan Rustin. You're from Ferndale, Nebraska, which you're right, I've never heard of. Also, you're a school teacher. That much I got. But the rest about the sights, the last part, the trouble
Oh, but
with...
don't you see? They're the one and the same.
Oh?
I wanted to step out. Nightclubs, movie stars, glamour. But it didn't end up like that because he was shot, and then I didn't know what to do. And his name's Aubrey Nickel. He's the man who took me out to show me the clubs. Anyhow, after it happened, I ran.
Why?
Why? The publicity, of course. Mr. Marlowe, I'd lose my job. You see, I'm a school teacher.
Yeah, you said that, honey. Now, look, where are you, Joan?
The Tulip Room. It's a bar on Sunset and La Cienega Boulevard. You'll come right over, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I'll come right over, huh? Goodbye, Joan.
Hey, Mr. Marlowe.
Yeah, but where are you?
Over here in this booth. Hurry.
Okay, hurry it is. Hello. Now tell me why all the secrecy and you... Oh,
And what? Oh, what are you staring at?
you. I expected braids, Joan. Horn rims, calico maybe. Not ice blue satin, drape plunging, and,
Yes?
yes. Start at the top, honey, and slow this time, huh?
Well, yesterday I met this man, this Aubrey Nickel I mentioned. Oh, he's really nice, Mr. Marlowe. He's a photographer, has a darling place up on the Sunset,
Sunset Strip. You went there to have your picture taken?
Uh-huh. I wanted something, well, something glamorous.
That's easy.
And look here what I got. Oh, by the way, I ordered a drink for you, a Scotch drink. Here. You like Scotch drinks, don't you?
Yeah, Scotch drinks are my favorite drinks, Joan, thanks.
You're welcome. Now, isn't it wonderful? The picture, I mean.
I'll say it is. I'd never say school teacher.
No, that's the idea. Just like a model in a fashion magazine, isn't it? Aubrey took it from inside his photo shop while I was outside on the street looking in his window. You know, like a smart career girl just strolling along the avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And see how he faded out the background? That way I'm the focal center.
Focal center.
Isn't it nice?
Oh, yes, it is, yeah. But look, Joan, the rest of the story. Now, the man was shot. You don't want publicity, remember?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, we made a date, Mr. Marlowe, for tonight. I was to be at his place, his shop on the strip at 8, which I was. But when I got there...
He was gone.
Well, no. He might just as well have been for all the attention he paid to me.
Oh?
He had something on his mind. Acted as though he didn't even expect me. Why, I had to mention this picture here twice before he got it out of a drawer for me. But then, just like that, he changed. Said if I wanted glamour in nightclubs, why not?
Oh, by all means, why not?
And off we went to Cyrano's, no less, and sat at a table with 2 men and a woman who was actually Irmgard Fury.
Actually, who?
Irmgard Fury, the starlet.
Oh.
Don't you read the papers? Oh, golly, her picture's been in every theater section and magazine for the last 6 months. Of course, she hasn't made a movie yet, but she probably will
Wait a
soon.
minute. Irmgard Fury. She has red hair, a figure, lots of each, huh?
That's right. Oh, and so sweet to talk to. Well, believe it or not, when we were in the powder room and she couldn't find her lipstick, she used mine.
Now, that's really democratic. Look, Joan, there was a shooting. You remember that. Now, you were sitting at a table with 3 men, and this Irmgard Fury?
That's right.
Well, go on. What happened next?
Well, when Miss Fury and I got back to the table, Mr. Lacey and his friend were gone. And then a minute later, Aubrey excused himself to make a phone call.
And then?
And then a waiter brought me a note from Aubrey which said I should go back to my hotel and wait there till I heard from him. Then it happened.
Look, Joan, if I'm going to help you on this, you got to tell the whole coherent story.
Well, suddenly there were some shots, maybe from outside, and people were yelling. It was terrible. I was scared to death. And I ran outside. People were crowded around someone. It was Aubrey. He was dead.
What'd you do then?
I took the first taxi I could get to my hotel, the Beverly Crest. I started for my bungalow, but didn't go inside because there was a man hanging around. I'd seen him before someplace, and I didn't like his looks and turned away, and he called to me. Oh, he was awful, Mr. Marlowe.
Awful looking like a frog, maybe? Sloping shoulders, bulging eyes?
Yes, and when... Mr. Marlowe, how do you know what he looked like?
Promise not to tell.
Promise not to... Oh, Mr. Marlowe, he's here, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Been watching us for quite a while.
Oh, holy smokes, then I didn't get away from him. Oh, Mr. Marlowe, I had nothing to do with his shooting. What can I do? I simply can't be mixed up in this terrible business. Oh, please, Mr. Marlowe, I'll pay you anything, only get me out of this, please.
We'll talk about that later, Joni. Now, look, when we get up, keep talking and don't look away from me. Then when we're outside and around the taxi stand there, duck away from me fast and get in close to the building and stay there till the frogman is gone. And head for your hotel bungalow and wait there till you hear from me. Now, you got that?
Oh, yes, but I don't understand why he's going to leave us.
You will, if our little coup works. Come on. It played easier than I'd expected because, like a good shadow, the frogman gave us a small head start, which was all I needed. The second Joan darted away from me, I moved quickly up to the first cab in line, opened and slammed the rear door fast, said goodbye out loud to Joan, who was not in the back seat, then slipped the driver 5, winked hard, and practically shouted a very far-away address at him. When he lurched from the curb, I stood there and waved a minute. It was still supposed to be Joan. Then, even as I saw the frogman dart across the street, pile into his own car and take off after the cab, I walked slowly back into the bar where I had another Scotch drink and did some fast checking on the current location of Aubrey Nichols, which was the Dawson Memorial Hospital. Then I started outside for my car after stopping en route at the booth where Joan and I had been sitting to pick up a pair of gloves and glamour portrait my new little client had left on the seat. The school mom had been upset indeed.
Dawson Memorial Hospital, Dr. Chambers? Yes, one moment, please. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Oh, I want to know the condition of a patient who was brought in here a little while ago, Mr. Aubrey Nichol.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We're not allowed to give out such information. You'll have to inquire at the superintendent's office. Third door
I
on
wouldn't bother, Phil.
Well, Detective Lieutenant Matthews, good evening.
Good evening. Nichol is dead, Marlowe. We did not get a statement from him.
That's too bad. Any idea who did it?
No. Have you?
I didn't even know him. A client of mine.
Yeah, Mr. Smith?
That's right. That's remarkable. Mr. Smith, he asked me to inquire about his condition.
Uh-huh. Well, it happened about an hour ago in an alley behind Cyrano's. Aubrey Nichol was a photographer up on the strip, but pretty much of a phony. A big front boy, strictly.
That's all there was to it, huh?
Walk down here with me a little.
Oh, sure.
We figure there may be some connection between this shooting and Cy Nestor's death this afternoon. Nestor also had an office on the Strip.
What do you figure the tie-in is, Matthew?
A man named Ham Lacey. You ever hear of him?
Yeah, he was one of Nestor's #1 boys in the racket, right?
Yeah, something like that. Of course, officially, Ham Lacey is known as the vice president of Nestor Enterprises Incorporated. Also production manager of that second-rate movie studio Nestor owned. Well, anyway, Lacey, another man, and Aubrey Nickel were at Cyrano's tonight with a starlet named Irmgard Fury, and another gal we haven't been able to tag yet. Now, tell me,
wait a minute,
Phil,
Lieutenant. When Nestor was killed, did it look like the usual mob tactics?
No. Nestor was beat up by fists. Not sapped, not cut up with brass knucks. Your death was caused by a blow to the temple from a poker that was standing next to a phony fireplace in which he could have hit his head when he fell.
Well, it's probably not Lacey and Associates, huh?
Probably not. He's got an alibi.
Yeah?
Besides, we already got a fair line on who did it and why. We found a note in Nestor's pocket signed D. Tobin, which threatened Nestor with a beating if he didn't stay away from the undersigned's wife and send her back home at once. Nestor, you may or may not happen to know, had this Irmgard Fury or something under contract to him, saw lots of her. So, again, the two deaths more or less tie together.
Yeah, you've already talked to, oh, by the way, her name is Irmgard Fury.
No, I ain't talked to her. I figured I'd wait till I knew a little more. Also, I didn't figure Nickel would die without saying anything.
No.
Well, now it's your turn. We found this negative in the alley near Nickel's body. This is a night shot of the Sunset Strip and nothing more. Means anything to you?
No, why should it? Now, look, I told you before, Lieutenant, I never even met Nickel.
Yeah, and I listened, didn't I?
I noticed.
Yeah, but now let's level a bit, huh, Phil? Who your client is and what he or she has to do with this is one thing as long as we're both on the same side. But playing dumb when it might count is quite another. Now, once more, Phil, huh? The picture?
Still 0, Lieutenant. Honor bright. Anything else?
Yeah, just to save you a little time, Phil.
Yeah, let's do.
Irmgard Fury's address, 441 West Bedford Drive, Beverly Hills. You got a pencil?
441 West Bedford Drive.
Now, play it close. Be sure to call when you think it's time. And if you're wondering about why all this help from me, try this. What you know and won't tell, plus what I know and will tell, might do the trick. Say goodbye to me, Phil.
Goodbye.
Yes?
Miss Fury, my name's Philip Marlowe. I must talk to you at once.
About what?
Your husband. I'm a friend of his, and he asked me to get in touch with you. It's because of what happened this afternoon up on the Strip.
Oh. Well, what's wrong? Is Dave here in town?
Yeah, he is, and he's in trouble. You see, the police are after him,
All right, hold it, mister. You've said enough.
Huh?
What are you, cop or reporter?
Oh, now, wait a minute, Miss Fury. I've already told you I'm a friend of Dave's.
Whose name happens to be Douglas. Mr. Douglas Tobin. Keep that in mind when you try this next time. Good night.
Not so fast, baby. The mistake was mine, but I still want to talk to you.
So do a lot of men.
I'll bet.
Now beat it before...
Irmgard?
Before I forget myself.
What's the trouble, Irmgard?
Oh, no trouble, Hamilton, darling. This gentleman was just leaving. He had the wrong address. He made a mistake. Didn't you, Mr. Marlowe?
Yes, a blunder. 1,000 apologies, and good night, Mrs. Tobin. For what it was worth, it worked. At the mention of the name Tobin, Ham Lacey spun around like he was built on a pivot, and his eyes that were narrow slits with all the come-hither look of a cobra's never left me, as I slowly walked away from him and past the yellow convertible he'd just driven up in. License number 6969X, California. And on out to the street. All of which only meant that Lieutenant Matthews was probably right about there being some connection between Cy Nestor's murder and the death of Aubrey Nickel. When I opened the door of my car and started to climb in under the wheel, the voice in the night helped not at all.
If you don't do as I say, I'll kill you.
Okay.
Knock it out.
Take it easy.
All right. Now close the door and turn around. You're back to me.
Now look, if this is a stick-up, Busty, you can save us both a lot of time.
Shut up. I'm not a hold-up man. Now, move over there, close to those trees. Go on. I want to ask you a question. All right, that's far enough. Now, what have you got to do with Helen?
Helen who?
Helen Irmgard Fury. That's what she's known as now. What have you got to do with her? Tell me.
Very little, Mr. Tobin.
Tobin? You know who I am?
And so do the police. Why don't you call it quits while you're still in one piece?
No, not quits. That's what you want, what all of you want. Me arrested and out of the way in jail and maybe out of the way for good. No. But that won't be. Helen's mine and you're not going to harm her.
Careful, Tobin. You're getting excited.
Yes, excited enough for this. Go!
In just a moment, the second act of Philip Marlowe. But first, a thrill a minute, high-tension suspense from the word go, dramatic excitement that builds and builds until it explodes in a smashing climax. That's Inner Sanctum, the great mystery show that's another of CBS's top-notch Monday night programs. You'll find Inner Sanctum one of the most entertaining spots in your Monday night listening schedule. And remember, Lux Radio Theater is back for its 15th year of great dramatic presentations. Inner Sanctum and Lux Radio Theater every Monday night over most of these same CBS stations. Now with our star, Gerald Mohr, we return to the second act of Philip Marlowe and tonight's story, The Rustin Hickory.
When the whirling pinwheels of light slowed down to being street lamps again, Douglas Tobin had pounded shoe leather on enough sidewalk to be safely out of sight. But it took a full minute of rubbing the bruise where his pistol had glanced off my head before I finally remembered that it was a good time to call Joan. I looked back at Irmgard Fury's house first and saw the lights still on, the cream-colored convertible still parked in front, and all apparently quiet inside. So I limped as far as the phone booth on the corner. I warned my client that the trick we'd pulled on the frog wouldn't hold up forever. But instead I found out just how far this side of forever it had collapsed.
Yeah, hello.
Hello? Hey, what number is this?
Well, the Shamus. You got the right number, Shamus.
What are you doing there? Where's Joan Rustin?
Oh, the babe's here, but she ain't in much of a mood to talk. Incidentally, thanks for giving me this free time, Dippy.
What are you talking about?
That fast shuffle you tossed me, Dippy. That now you see her, now you don't gag with the taxi. For an old shell game operator like me, that one was as tough to see through as a glass-bottom boat.
All right. You get your diploma in the morning. But listen, you, if anything happens to Miss Rustin, I'll break it.
Skip it, Dippy. You're wasting your breath. It's already happened. I'll see you around. So long.
Joan, come on, baby. Come on, snap out of it.
Oh, stay away from me.
Hey.
Get out of here, you
Hey, hold it. It's me, Joni, Marlowe.
Marlowe.
Yeah.
Oh, Marlowe.
Come on, honey. What happened? Are you hurt, Joan?
That man, the one with the gruff voice.
Yeah?
He forced his way in here, Marlowe. He was looking for something. I tried to stop him. I was going to scream, but I guess that's when he put the bite on me.
That's slug, baby.
Well, anyway, he hit me hard. And I've never been treated that way before in my whole life.
You've never been buddies with murder before, either. Come on, honey. Get up off the floor, huh? Easy now. There. Hey, he turned your place inside out, too, didn't he? What was he after, Joni?
Oh, I don't know. He just told me to quit stalling and hand it over. I didn't know what he meant, so he shoved me. Then he pulled out all the books there, tore up the rugs.
He was looking for something small and flat like a... Wait a minute. Sure. The cops found a negative near Aubrey Nickel tonight, but it was worthless. There must have been another one, an important one. And Lacey and Froggy, who no doubt's his helm babe, must think you've got it.
Me? Well, that's impossible. All I had was my picture, and, well, I don't even have that now.
No, but I do, out in my car, and it gives me a great idea. Come on.
Well, where, Marlowe? I don't get it. What's my photograph got to do with this?
Maybe plenty. You see, when Aubrey printed that picture of you, he faded out the background almost completely, you remember?
Uh-huh.
That's a stunt in fashion photography to make a subject stand out. But in this case, Joan, I figure it was played strictly in reverse.
How do you mean?
That Aubrey took you to Cyrano's tonight on business, big business. And you were holding the merchandise for him all the way. Here, let's take a look.
Oh, Marlowe, my pretty picture frame.
Better this than your pretty head later, sweetheart, believe me. Yeah, here it is. Look, see? A negative the size of a postage stamp. But I'll bet old flashbulbs the $10 bills this baby's really loaded.
Marlowe, I'll bet that baby's loaded, too.
What are you talking about?
The gun in that man's hand there behind you.
Oh, fine.
Wait. Easy, Marlowe. I'm not looking for any more trouble. I just want to be sure that you'll help me first. You're a private detective. I searched you before, so I know. I'm in a jam. It's worse than I figured. The cops are after me for murder.
No kidding. I can't understand it, Tobin. All you got is a motive deep enough to swim in, and you've been dropping clues like Hansel and Gretel drop pebbles.
All right, but I didn't do it. I beat up Cy Nestor, sure, but he was going with Helen, my Helen. I hated everything and everybody in this phony town because they took her away from me. Even changed her name for her, Irmgard Fury. But I didn't kill Nestor. I swear I didn't. You've got to help me, Marlowe.
With that .38 in your fist, are you asking or telling?
Oh, I'm asking, brother. Here, take the gun. I'm in a fix and I know it.
Okay, hothead. I'm already in Dutch for hiding Matthew's key witness here. Think how I'll look keeping his chief suspect under wraps, too. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm a sucker, but I believe you. All right, where do you hang your hat?
The Country Cottages, number 7. It's a kind of a motel court down on Melrose Street.
Number 7. Now go there and stay out of sight. And I mean stay out of sight.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Marlowe. Say, I'm sorry I batted you down tonight.
That makes a lot of difference to the lump on my head. Go on, Tobin, beat it.
Okay.
I'll keep in touch with you.
And where are we going, Marlowe?
Call a friend of mine. We need a big enlargement of a small negative.
Chronicle Photo Lab, Sherman speaking.
Hiya, Shermy. This is Phil Marlowe.
No kidding. Gee, how's business, Phil? Long time no see.
Yeah, I know. Now, look, are you busy? I got a job that's right down your alley, Sherman. It's important.
What is it, Marlowe?
Well, it's a 35mm negative. I want it blown up to about half as big as a house.
Okay, bring it in.
I can't. I've got to check a couple of other things at the same time. Now, look, Shermy, can you meet me at the Aubrey Nickel studio on the Strip in about 10 minutes? Back door?
Wait a minute, back door?
Yeah.
How come the back door, Phil?
So we can kick it in without attracting too much attention. Shermy, I'll see you in 10 minutes. I piled Joan into the car, drove down the Strip, and once past Nickel's studio, which was enough. Joan had posed for a picture in front of the place, and directly across the street, behind her, just as I knew it had to be, was the neat plastic sign reading Cy Nestor Enterprises on the diminutive but glossy imitation Swiss chalet, where Nestor's body had been found. We turned double back through the alley and found Sherman bobbing up and down like a nervous gopher. 5 minutes of not-so-subtle persuasion got us past the lock and inside Aubrey's studio, where something else checked. The walls were practically papered with pictures of Irmgard Fury, taken from every conceivable angle, including some that were not. Things were beginning to make a lot of sense.
Marlowe, is this all right? Coming in here, I mean, is sort of uninvited and all.
It's breaking and entering, lady. You can get 5 years for it. I sure hope you know what you're doing, Phil.
Yeah, this must be the dark room. Yeah. Now, here's the negative, Shermy. Do your stuff.
What do you really expect to find on the film, Marlowe?
A murderer, baby. It's got to go one of two ways. Douglas Tobin for jealousy or Ham Lacey for ambition. Aubrey Nickel caught one of the two in the background when he took your picture. And he was familiar enough with all parties concerned over there to think he could put the screws on somebody. How's it coming, Shermy?
Be out in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
15 by 20, okay?
Yeah, it's good. If there isn't a man in the background, I'll eat it.
You better get the salt and pepper, pal, because it's nothing but a car. See?
It can't be. Oh, brother, that's more than a car, Shermy. It's a yellow convertible that belongs to Ham Lacey. Look, you can even see the license, 6969X.
696. Oh, now how do you suppose...
What's the matter, Marlowe?
I just thought of something. Without this picture, both Tobin and Lacey are suspects. But with it, we have proof Lacey is implicated. That means Lacey thinks he has Tobin sitting in the perfect frame, right where he wants him.
Oh, Marlowe, listen.
Now, look, you two get out of here. Go back to the paper. I've got to get to Tobin fast and let him know.
Oh, Phil, listen,
Look, baby, you're no doubt terrific in the 3rd grade. But some things they don't even teach in college are going to pop any minute, so I'll take it from here, huh? Stick with Shermy, honey. I'll call you.
Oh, but Marlowe, wait, listen.
I made it from the Strip down to Melrose and then east to the cluster of dusty lean-tos with bath known as country cottages in something under 10 minutes. Parked down the street and cut back through the alley on foot. I got to the door of cottage number 7 with about 30 seconds to spare.
Now, wait a minute, mister. You got me wrong.
Oh, no, I haven't, pal. You can tell me you didn't knock off Cy Nestor, and I'll believe you. But nobody else will. I've got you right where I want you.
Now, wait a minute.
Because of your note found in Nestor's pocket. You're the jilted boyfriend, the hick from back home, who came to Hollywood with murder in your heart and knocked off the guy who stole your wife.
Now, look,
yeah, and then you went after the cheap photographer who gave her her stuff.
Oh, yeah?
And after that, you knew you couldn't escape, so you blew your brains out. And by the time I leave here, that's the way it's going to look.
Not tonight, Ham. Yeah, stand still, Lacey. Toss the gun over on the bed. Go on. That's better. So you figured Aubrey was lying about having a picture that pegged you as Cy Nestor's killer, didn't you? You figured Aubrey saw something but had no proof, so you shot him. But you were wrong, Ham. He had all the proof we need.
Oh, Marlowe, look out!
What's Joan? Who's out there?
Oh, Phil!
Joan!
Phil!
Joan, are you all right?
I hit her. She's the one who killed Cy Nestor. I tried to tell you that. I followed you here to tell you, but instead I saw her with a gun pointed at you. I grabbed the first thing I saw, this broken rake handle, and I hit her with it. I hit her awfully hard, Phil. She isn't moving. You don't think she's...
Dead? No. She's probably thinking over the big lesson you just taught her with that stick there.
Why, what's the matter?
Hey, Teach, you know what that rake handle's made of?
Why, it's hickory, isn't it?
Yeah. What else could it possibly be but a hickory stick?
All right, Marlowe, all right. Nobody can hear us now. What is it?
Well, it's that Miss Rustin here is a school teacher, Matthews, and it's imperative that we keep her name out of this.
Oh, well, we can arrange that.
Oh, good. You know, Matthews, it's funny how one step leads to another.
Yeah?
Ham Lacey never would have gone so far as to kill Nestor on his own. But when he learned that Irmgard had done it, he saw an opportunity to turn the whole situation to his advantage. He and the girl agreed to frame Tobin and then go along as a team.
You know, of course, that that's just your theory.
Just a minute.
Now,
What do you
sit down
mean?
over there and be quiet for a change while Miss Rustin and I wind this up.
Matthews, listen.
Now, quiet, please.
Pulling rank, huh?
Phil. Now, Miss Rustin, in solving this case...
Just a minute. She didn't solve the case.
Miss Rustin, if you hadn't solved it, and right when you did, you'd be talking to this guy exclusively via Ouija board from now on, let's face it.
Oh, what a corny pitch.
Now, tell me, Miss Rustin, how did you peg Irmgard Fury?
Well, when we got the picture of the yellow convertible, I remembered that I'd gone to the powder room at Cyrano's with Miss Fury to freshen our makeup. But she couldn't find her lipstick. She emptied her purse looking for it, and she finally had to borrow mine, you know.
Oh, how democratic.
I said that.
So now you own it? Now tell me, Miss Rustin, how do you figure the lipstick figures?
Oh, it wasn't the lipstick. I happened to notice among the things from her purse a chain with car keys on it and an identification tag in the form of a little license plate.
Oh, and the numbers were...
6969X.
That's right.
And since Ham Lacey had an alibi and those keys were in Miss Fury's bag, you figured it was her who'd been driving.
It was she who'd been driving, yes.
Isn't this revolting?
Yeah. She wanted to kill Nestor because he wouldn't turn loose of her so she could claw her way on up to the bitter top. And when she found him unconscious, it was easy.
How literary.
Well, that's that, I guess. Thank you very much, Miss Rustin. I hope your stay in our town has been... Well, oh, what's the matter?
Joni, baby, don't cry.
I just thought of the most dreadful thing. I've had a wonderful time. I went to Cyrano's. I hit a movie star on the head, and I helped solve a murder. But I'll never, ever be able to say one single word about it to anybody in Ferndale, Nebraska. Darn it all.
It took a few minutes to put on a new touch of mascara and get the pink off her nose, but she was smiling again when we said goodnight to Matthews and stood on the steps at headquarters and looked at the glittering lights of Hollywood. There was still plenty of time for supper and even a dance or two, and she wanted to go. But suddenly, from somewhere, there was a smell of autumn in the air, of dry leaves on the ground and ripe red apples for the teacher. She shook her head wistfully and spoke of an appointment she had bright and early next Monday morning.
It's a very important appointment, Phil.
So, I took her to a hotel and said goodbye. All the way home, for some reason, I kept wondering, whatever happened to Skinny McDonald? The only kid in school who could shoot a better spitball than Marlowe. Has it really been that long ago?
The Adventures of Philip Marlowe star Gerald Mohr and are transcribed and directed by Norman MacDonald. Script is by Mel Donnelly, Robert Mitchell, and Gene Levitt. The special music is composed and conducted by Richard Arant. Be sure and be with us again next week when Philip Marlowe says...
There was a tapestry found under a tomb. They were all after it. The worried importer, the man with half a face, the Englishman in an L.A. slum, and the lady wearing a green veil. But before it was over, none of them had it, and 2 of the 4 were dead.
Now, stay tuned for Gangbusters, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations. This is Roy Rowan speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Saturday, September 10th, 1949 at 8:30 Eastern Time on CBS, Philip Marlowe here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Just a moment, we'll take a look at the news items from that Saturday, some 76 years ago.
No one knows when disaster might strike. It could come in the form of hurricane, flood, blizzard, or fire, or by enemy attack. So it's wise to be prepared for any emergency. It's wise to take a Red Cross first aid or home nursing course. At least one member of each family should know how to take care of an injured person. Remember, in time of disaster, doctors, nurses, and other medical personnel will be difficult, if not impossible, to find. So take a Red Cross first aid or home nursing course now.
Our first two shows this Wednesday came from a Saturday, September 10th, 1949, and has been tradition. Let's take a look at some of the news headlines from that Saturday. We start off with sadness as a Canadian Pacific Airlines plane crashed on a rocky bluff near Saint-Alcogon, Quebec. All 23 persons aboard, including 3 top figures of the Kennecott Copper Corporation, were killed. The president, vice president, and president-designate all aboard the airplane, and aboard were the victims. Operating employees of the Missouri Pacific Railway went on strike. Service on the big railroads already at a virtual standstill. Almost all of its trains halted earlier in the day to avoid last-minute confusion. Few trains still rolling when the strike deadline passed continued to their terminals with consent of union officials. 5,000 engineers, firemen, conductors, and other trainmen left their jobs in a dispute over interpretation of operating rules. Left-wingers plan to run Paul Robeson for U.S. Senator on the ALP ticket in an attempt to split the liberal votes in New York State and defeat Democrat candidate Herbert H. Lehman. Michael Quill, president of the International Workers Union, charging. Quill made the charge in a speech before the 10th annual CIO convention, in which he endorsed William O. Dwyer for re-election as mayor of New York. Authorities last night called off a brush-beating manhunt for a Negro accused of shooting and slightly wounding his white employer. They said the posse got too big. Instead, they planted a few deputy sheriffs near the home of the Negro, Willie Faust, about 50, accused of shooting W. Barney Dempsey, 45-year-old Orangeburg, South Carolina dairyman. Dempsey did not require any medical aid. Filing suit for divorce in Miami, Maynard G. Fowlkes Jr. claimed his bride, so jealous, should turn off television programs he was watching when they showed women in a bathing suit. She also tore up all the pretty girl calendars he brought home. Amending her divorce suit against band leader Don Silvio, film moppet Margaret O'Brien's mother charged that he demanded money from her under threat of jeopardizing guardianship of the young actress. General Tomiyuki Yamashita, Japanese commander who was hanged in the Philippines for war crimes, did not have a fair trial. That, according to one of his defense lawyers, claiming that now. Frank Reel, former Army captain, made the claim for 248 pages in a book, The Case for General Yamashita, just published. The quote, "For the first time in the history of the modern world, a commanding officer has been held criminally liable for acts of his troops." The 349-ton Canadian coastal steamer Bayfield reported aground last night near Cape Pine, Newfoundland, in the path of a hurricane that was whipping Atlantic shipping lanes. A message from the vessel said its crew was abandoning ship. Air, Sea Search, and Rescue Headquarters sent pleas to the U.S. Coast Guard in the Newfoundland area and the American Air Force at Harmon Field, Newfoundland, to send help. Goosebumps rose high last night on the skins of 52 beautiful girls in the Miss America pageant. Suppressed stage fright caused the bumps. Last night, the last of 3 preliminary contests, the bumps went on a rampage. Each girl knew it was her last chance to qualify for tonight's finals. Only 15 of the 52 will be chosen. Their names announced after the curtain rises for the closing performance of the pageant. Senator Taft, the Republican of Ohio, declared in the Senate yesterday the reciprocal trade agreement bill, as passed by the House, would give President Truman the power to destroy American industry. Already, he said, the oil, wool, pottery, glass, watchmaking, and bicycle industries have sustained damage, while under which the now expired law, under which the president negotiated mutual tariff cuts with other countries. A worried and nervous Mickey Cohen yesterday called in police to search for his friend and Chief Lieutenant Frank Nicolai, 38, missing for a week and feared dead by the pudgy gang leader. Cohen feared Nicolai was the victim of enemies he said he could not identify. He says, "My personal opinion is Frank's dead. Those fellows must have trapped him." Shots in the dark felled a fourth member of the notorious Shelton clan early yesterday. 2 gunmen fired 10 bullets into little Earl Shelton, 30, wounding him seriously in an ambush shooting like those which had killed 2 of his gangster uncles and wounded a third. Within the last 2 years, his bootlegger uncles had used planes, bombs, and army tanks during Prohibition days in an almost incredible gang warfare, which rocked wide areas of southern Illinois. British Chancellor of the Exchequer Sir Stafford Cripps said yesterday the outcome of the Cold War against communism may hinge on the results of the American-British-Canadian dollar crisis now in progress in Washington. He told a National Press Club luncheon, while it was too early to say how the discussions were coming along, he said it must be realized, quoting, "We cannot separate the political, defense, and economic aspects of what is a single problem." A carefree Brooklyn youth said yesterday he pedaled blithely through the Russian zone of Austria with an American flag flying on his bicycle. Austrian residents gaped in amazement at his nerve. 22-year-old Sidney Schwartz said he had a wonderful time, taking colorful photos of the towns and villages through which he passed and chatting with Soviet officers he met along the way. But the odyssey of Schwartz prompted U.S. authorities to cluck in amazement. They had announced he'd been captured. His disappearance had threatened to touch up another east-west squabble between American and Russian officials. Schwartz said he flew the U.S. flag on his bicycle, quoting, "so I would not be considered a spy." No one objected to the flag or the camera. Said he wanted a Russian to pose for a picture, but the officer refused, saying, "No, I might break the camera." Those some of the day's news stories from the newspapers of Saturday, September 10th, 1949. We'll continue in a moment with another great radio show from that date, 76 years ago. Jack Webb, Dragnet.
When buying your emergency food and water supply, choose foods that provide a well-balanced diet. For instance, canned soups, fruits, vegetables, fruit juices, packaged cereals, and dried foods are excellent for storing. Raisins and chocolate are good energy-building foods and take up little storage space. Avoid storing salty foods because they will only add to the problem of drinking water. Remember, in case of attack, your emergency food and water supply may have to last your family 2 weeks.
And it's good to even do that today because with supply chain issues always possible, you never can tell. Okay, we're going to go back to this Saturday, September 10th, 1949, and go over to NBC for a show that aired at, I believe it was 7:30? Yes, 7:30 Eastern Time, right before the Hollywood Theater and Truth or Consequences. Serious show. Brand new show. Only the 15th of this show that we can hardly think of as ever being a new show. And as you listen, you'll hear the characterizations still not quite set in the way we came to know them. Jack Webb, Dragnet. And this is the show that was broadcast 76 years ago today, September 10th, 1949, in the Sullivan Kidnapping.
Here's another in NBC's great parade of new shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
NBC brings you Dragnet. You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to homicide detail. A 22-year-old girl has disappeared. A letter has been received. It demands $30,000 for the girl's return. The letter is signed, The Wolf. Your job, get him.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime, investigated and solved by the men who unrelentingly stand watch on the security of your home, your family, and your life. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case transcribed from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Tuesday, October 18th. It was cloudy in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of homicide. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Ed Backstrand, chief of detectives. My name's Friday. I was on the way back from the stats office, and it was 3:26 a.m. when I got to room 42. Homicide.
Got those mugs you asked for, Joe. Here they are.
Thanks, Harris. Backstrand leave yet?
In a minute. I'm going out with him. What's the address out there, the Sullivan place?
814 Castro Boulevard. You go straight out Santa Monica, take a left at Castro.
I remember. You ready, Chief?
Yeah. Friday, you call Romero yet?
Right now.
Get on it. This one we don't fool with.
Yeah.
Come on, Harris.
Hello. Sorry to wake you, Ben. This is Joe. How you feeling?
Oh, hi, Joe. What time is it?
3:30 a.m. How do you feel?
Oh, a lot better. Be back to work tomorrow.
You'll be ready in 20 minutes? I'll pick you up.
20 minutes. Okay, what's up?
You remember Martin Sullivan, vice president of the Third National Bank?
Sullivan? Yeah, what about it?
He's got a 22-year-old daughter, or he had one. She's gone.
Made good time, Joe. Where are we heading?
Sullivan home out on Castro Boulevard. Ed's out there now with Harris.
Any leads to work on?
No, nothing so far. The girl disappeared a little before 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. At 11 last night, he got a letter. They want $30,000.
Sullivan hasn't got that kind of money.
Yeah, I know it. Poor guy's almost out of his mind.
Fill me in. How did it happen?
Well, the guy took the girl out of business school. He had her called out of class. Told her father was sick, said he was a friend of the family's.
Well, how about the teachers? What was their story?
Said the girl didn't want to go with the man at first, but he finally talked her into it. Kept telling her father was dying.
That's about as low as they come?
Yeah.
Did he use a car?
Witnesses said it was a blue sedan. They didn't get the license number or the make.
Did they remember what the guy looked like?
About 5'9", 160, brown suit, dark hair.
Nothing else?
No. Here's a copy of the letter. The usual. Read it.
Yeah. I have your daughter, Judy. Get, what's that?
$30,000.
$30,000 quick if you want her back alive. Don't call police or I'll kill her. Contact you later. Signed, what was it?
The Wolf.
Oh, Wolf, huh?
I could think of a better name. Come on, here we are.
Who's got the original note, Joe?
Lee Jones down at the crime lab. He's checking it for prints and handwriting.
Well, if he was... Oh, hi, Davis.
Right on the house, boys. Chief's waiting for you.
Thanks, Dave.
Hi, Joe. Ben. In the living room.
Thank you.
That's the way I see it, Mr. Sullivan. Now, you understand exactly what you have to do?
Yes, I'll do as you say.
All right. Here are the two men who will help you. Sergeant Friday and Sergeant Romero, homicide.
Yes, how do you do?
I do.
Mr. Backstrand, are you sure about all this? He might get frightened. He might do something to Judy.
Believe me, Mr. Sullivan, it's the only way. I know how you must feel, but we can't do anything else.
All right, I want to see Mrs. Sullivan first. I'll be ready in a moment.
Any developments?
Yeah. Come on back in the dining room. There it is on the table. Second note from the guy.
Telegram.
When'd this come?
About half an hour ago. Guy phoned it into Western Union from a public booth. Couldn't trace it.
I'll say, Joe.
Yeah. Be at Elysian Park, 5 o'clock this morning, near Balkan Drive. Come alone. Bring 30,000. Will return girl. Don't tell cops. Kill her if you do. The Wolf.
4 a.m. now, Skipper. Not much time.
I know it. We'll have to do as he says. No other way.
Then Sullivan's going out there alone?
You're going with him. You and Romero. You'll be hidden out in the trunk of the car.
Any plan?
Get him. That's all.
Ben and I went out the back door and into the Sullivan garage. We jammed ourselves into the trunk compartment, and Harris closed the door on us. The latch was fixed so that the door could be pushed open from the inside. A few minutes later, Mr. Sullivan came out, got in the car, and we drove off. At 3 minutes to 5, we pulled up at the meeting place in Elysian Park. We waited. Nothing happened. At 5 minutes past 5, it started to thunder.
That's all we need now. Thunderstorm.
Stuff in here in this trunk, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Ben, listen. Sullivan?
It must be. I wonder if he's seen anything.
Sounds like he's pacing up and down alongside the car, doesn't it?
Now, listen. Can't hear anything else. Can you?
No, we better stay under cover.
Yeah. Rain's starting in. Wonder what happened to the wolf.
Cold feet, maybe. Let's wait it out.
Joe.
Yeah.
What time you got now?
Move over, let me get my watch.
Yeah.
A little past 5:30.
Sergeant. Sergeant.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes. Do you think he's coming? He's late. It's getting daylight.
We better wait it out, Mr. Sullivan. Now, look, don't come back here again. If he's watching, you might tip him off.
Oh, all right. All right.
Poor guy.
Joe?
Yeah, I hear it. He's coming up the road toward us.
It's stopping.
Yeah. He's coming over to our car. You ready?
Right. Talking with Sullivan.
They're coming back here. Now watch it.
Brandy, Romero.
That you, Ed?
Yeah, the meeting's off. Come on out.
All right.
Got a cramp in my leg.
I'm cramped all over.
Mr. Sullivan, drive back home. We'll contact you there.
All right, Chief.
Ben, Joe, come on over to the car.
What's the story, Ed?
The guy had no intention of following through with this meeting tonight.
Well, how come?
He told us. Phoned at 5 o'clock. Tried to trace the call. He wouldn't stay on the line long enough.
What do you have to say?
He wanted more money. Bragged about how smart he was. How we'd never get him.
When he knows Sullivan's called in the police.
Sure. Said he didn't care. We'd never get him anyway.
Yeah, pretty cocky.
Pretty smart. Take my word for it, he's no dummy.
Control 1 to 80K. Control 1
I'll get it.
80K.
80K to Control 1. 80K to Control 1. Go ahead.
80K, go to your office. Code 3. Go to your office. Code 3. DMA 367.
All right, Romero. Let's roll.
More than 12 hours had passed since word of Judy Sullivan's disappearance had been phoned in a homicide. During that time, an all-points bulletin containing the descriptions of the suspect, his car, and the girl had been sent out on the teletype to law enforcement agencies throughout the area. The same descriptions were broadcast over the police radio every hour. The Sullivan home had been placed under strict surveillance, and Mr. Sullivan instructed not to contact the suspect without knowledge of the police. He'd raised almost $10,000 in cash to buy him off.
The serial number on each one of the bills had been copied by a police stenographer and then rechecked by a homicide officer. So far, the Wolf, as he called himself, had made 3 separate contacts, but he'd covered his tracks well. We knew that he was somewhere in the city, 500 square miles of it, and we knew we had to find him fast. It was 18 minutes past 6 when we got back to homicide.
Hi, Chief. Fellas.
You got something for us, Mac?
Here, this letter. Special delivery. Came in about 25 minutes ago.
Can I see that, Mike? Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, according to the postmark, he must have mailed it right after he grabbed the girl.
Yeah, listen to this. Stay away from Sullivan. If the kid's found dead, it's your fault. Stay away, the Wolf.
All right, Mike. Get it over to the crime lab and have Lee check it for prints.
Right, Chief.
Lee find any prints on the second note, Mike?
2. Running through R&I now.
Friday, Romero, get down there and see if they got a make. I'll call out to Sullivan's and check with Harris.
Right, Ed. Let's go, Ben.
Who's watching the Sullivan house beside Harris?
Carpenter and Davis. Backstrand's afraid the girl's father will try to make a deal with the guy.
Has he tried it yet?
No, he hasn't yet. You couldn't blame him if he did. Worried sick.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are.
Hi, fellas. Just coming down to see you.
You got something, Larry?
Those 2 prints Lee Jones lifted off that letter got a make on them from the single print file.
That's good, Larry. Let's see, huh?
There it is. Pull the whole package on him. Donald Alfred Kiefer. Looks like a real bad one, doesn't he?
Donald Alfred Kiefer, male, Caucasian, age 29, 5 feet 8 inches, 170 pounds, brown eyes, dark brown hair. He had 1 previous arrest for forgery in Los Angeles 10 months before. Kiefer's occupation at the time of his arrest was listed as bank clerk at the Third National Bank. Ben went back into the files and pulled the crime report. Then we called Ed Backstrand.
There's the answer, Skipper. At the time Kiefer pulled that forgery job at the bank, Mr. Sullivan was one of the vice presidents.
Go on.
Sullivan was the one who preferred charges against Kiefer and saw that he was prosecuted.
Where's this Kiefer now?
Oh, let me see. He was placed on probation, and on May 16th this year, he returned to his home in Omaha, Nebraska. That's 1380 Mackinac Avenue.
All right, Romero. Get Omaha on the phone and have them check out Kiefer.
Right, Skipper.
Friday, take Kiefer's package and this note down to Don Myers. Have him check the handwriting. Then get over to the crime lab and see what Jones lifted off that last letter we got.
All right, Ed.
The faster we work, the faster we'll put this guy behind bars. Now move.
How's the writing compared, Don? What'd you find?
Yeah, looks good. See here? Slants as crosses, double oops as L's, open A's, pressure on the downstroke. Donald Kiefer, the Wolf, same handwriting.
Lifted 3 prints off this last note, Joe. Brought them out with the iodine fume gun. They match with the first.
Thanks, Lee. Did you find anything else?
I don't know if it'll help you much. We examined the paper for watermarks and texture. Both notes are written on the same kind of paper. Impressions show both pieces of paper from the same tablet. Checked the density of the carbon and the pencil he used. Both specimens match. Same pencil.
By mid-afternoon, Donald Kiefer's description had been broadcast throughout the area. Bulletins were dispatched to all departments, and an APB was teletyped to the entire state. Men were stationed at every post office in the city to watch for notes that might come through the mail. The bus depots, railroad terminals, the airports, and all the main roads leading out of the city were under strict surveillance. The entire Los Angeles area was broken down into single square-mile districts, and a house-to-house canvass was started. A squad of men were assigned to cover each square mile. Outlying towns and cities were requested to do the same. By 5 o'clock that afternoon, the greatest dragnet operation in the history of the city was underway. We were sure Donald Kiefer was somewhere inside. At 12 minutes past 5, Ben got the call back from the Omaha police.
Yeah, I got it. 6 X-ray 419. Nebraska plates, right. Well, thank you a lot. Yeah, bye.
They had a make on the car.
Lots more. The Omaha cops are looking for Kiefer, too. Want him for a robbery there 2 months ago.
Yeah?
In that robbery, he used a stolen 1939 blue sedan. Nebraska license plate, 6 X-ray 419.
Well, how about his family and his friends back there? They all been checked?
Yeah, they said Kiefer left Omaha about 6 weeks ago. Didn't know where he was headed.
Well, get that car description to communications, huh? APB, teletype, and broadcast. I'll tell Ed.
Yeah, right, Joe.
Friday, Romero.
Yeah, Ed.
What are you tied up with?
Well, just got a call from Omaha. Make on Kiefer in the car.
Give it to me. You two get out to the Sullivan house fast as you can.
What's happened, Skipper?
Martin Sullivan's disappeared.
All right, Harris, how'd it happen?
About 3 this afternoon, Mr. Sullivan got a phone call. Said he had to go down to the bank. I went with him. He had me wait in the reception room, and he went in his office. After waiting 10 minutes, I got suspicious and went in. He was gone. That's it.
Did he get any more money?
This morning, $5,000.
Did you get the serial numbers off the bills?
Yeah. Shouldn't have let him get out of my sight.
Forget it. Right now, we've got to find out where he's gone to meet Kiefer.
Did you talk to Mrs. Sullivan about it, Harris?
She says she doesn't know anything about it.
Let's try her again. Come on, let's go inside.
Hi, fellas.
Hi. Where's Mrs. Sullivan, Dave?
Back in the sitting room, lying down. Doctor's with her.
Come on. What time you got, Ben?
6:35.
I'll get it. Hello? Well, where are you? Oh. Where are you now? Where are you now? We'll be right out. That was Martin Sullivan. He met with Kiefer out in Laurel Canyon.
Did he get his daughter back?
Yeah. Wrapped in newspapers. All cars in the area were notified that a contact had been made with Kiefer. We got in the car and drove out to Laurel Canyon. The entire area had been blocked off. We found Martin Sullivan standing in the middle of the road at the end of East Winding Way. 500 feet down the hill was a private residence where Sullivan had telephoned us. It was the only building in the immediate vicinity. A few yards beyond the point where East Winding Way ended, back in a clump of tall grass, we found the body of Martin Sullivan's daughter. We notified the crime lab, Chief Backstrand in the coroner. Despite a severe state of emotional shock, Martin Sullivan tried to tell us the story.
He said Judy was all right. I believed him. I wanted her back. Judy. I tricked the officer, the one watching me. He said, come along, no police.
Did you see his car, Mr. Sullivan?
I wanted her back. I wanted Judy back. I did as he said. I drove here at 6 o'clock and I waited. I put the money on the front seat like he said.
Did he get the money, Mr. Sullivan?
And I got out. Left parking lights on. I stood up there by the end of the road, waiting.
Mr. Sullivan.
And he drove up. He took the money. Then he came up to me. He had a gun. I wanted Judy back. He had a gun.
Did you see his car?
He said she was up there, beyond the road, tied to a tree. I wanted her back.
Mr. Sullivan, did you see his car?
I went to look for Judy. He drove away. Oh, she wasn't there. By the tree. Couldn't find her. On the way back, I saw the bundle on the way back. Let me find it. He killed her. Let me find it.
Before he went into a state of complete collapse, we showed Martin Sullivan a picture of Donald Alfred Kiefer. He definitely identified him. The information was immediately relayed back to Central Division, rebroadcast to the entire police radio system. A teletype was dispatched to sheriff's offices, and communications were sent to police stations throughout the country. The house-to-house search throughout the entire city intensifying. The dragnet in which we hoped to trap Donald Kiefer was drawing slowly inward. It was 12 midnight.
Next Street, Sullivan girl murder. Next Street, read all about it. Citizens join search for killer.
Friday, did the papers get a list of the numbers on that ransom money?
Yeah, got them in the final night edition. 2.5 pages of serial numbers. Gave it a big spread.
Look at these pictures of Kiefer here, all over the front page.
The more the better, Romero. I hope this town never forgets that face. Good reminder. You don't make deals with killers.
Hi, fellas. Come on over.
Find anything yet, Lee?
Just checking over these towels here. Found them wrapped around the girl's body, inside the papers. Funny thing about those papers.
What's that, Lee?
They're all yesterday's. Every story about the girl's disappearance has been clipped out.
Maybe the guy's making up a scrapbook.
How about the towels, Jones? Any laundry marks?
Not a one so far, Ed. Every one of them was clipped off. Pretty smart. The morgue post the body in?
They're doing it now.
Yeah, nasty one.
Yeah. Did you get any footprints or tire marks out where they found the body?
Lots of them, all cast. Bossy and Taylor are checking them now. One thing...
What is it, Jones?
I don't know. Under the seam here. This towel. Wait a minute. Joe, that pair of snippers there.
Yeah, here you are.
Thanks. Just back under the seam. There. That's one tag he missed.
Any markings, Lee?
Yeah. Greenway Apartments, Los Angeles.
One look at the apartment was enough. In an adjoining garage, we found the car which Kiefer had used, a blue sedan. Nebraska license plate 6X-ray 419. When we got back to the office, Chief Backstrand immediately issued a cancellation of the want order for the blue sedan, and then he ordered a detail of men to stake out the car in the event Kiefer decided to come back for it.
Here's the coroner's report, Joe.
Oh, let's see it. Cause of death, strangulation. Time of death, Monday, October 18th, approximately 2 p.m.
1 hour after he grabbed her?
That can't be right.
Skipper in his office?
No, he's out for a minute.
Hey, Joe, Ben, take the call off 2503, will you?
Thanks, Mike. Right. Would you give me the call on 2503, please? Thanks. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, when? We'll be right over. Some of the ransom money, Ben, just showed up. Beverly and Highland. Come on. The man's name was Ralph Donahue. He operated a used car lot on the corner of Beverly and Highland. He told us that early that morning he sold a dark blue late model coupe to a man who gave his name as Fred Sims. The man paid for the car in cash. Donahue told us that he checked the serial numbers on the bills after the man had driven away.
Serial numbers check out, Joe, every one of them.
If I only thought to look, officer, and you know I generally do. I'm the suspicious kind anyway, but, this morning I must have been asleep.
You got the full description on the car, Ben?
Yeah, Joe.
All right, let's get it on the air right away.
I saw his mug in the paper while I was waiting for you. Too late. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. At 10 minutes past 3 that afternoon, another piece of the ransom money turned up at a busy downtown department store. The clerk was unable to remember who gave her the bill. The detail throughout the general downtown area was strengthened. The house-to-house search of the entire city for Judy Sullivan's murderer went on. The afternoon dragged into the early evening. At 20 minutes to 7, Ben and I had a hamburger and a cup of coffee in the drugstore at East Broadway and 3rd. And then we got back in the car, checked with communications, and started cruising the neighborhood again. At 9 minutes to 8, a man answering the description of Donald Kiefer was seen crossing Sunset Boulevard just below Highland. 7 minutes later, the same man was reported near the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and Las Palmas. Communications relayed the information. At 21 minutes past 8, our car, 80K, along with a dozen others, were concentrated in the Hollywood Boulevard area from Gower Street to La Brea, Franklin Avenue to Santa Monica Boulevard. At 24 minutes past 8, another piece of the ransom money was passed at a cigar store on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Hawthorne Street. The number of men and radio cars in the area was redoubled. Plainclothes officers were stationed at every intersection to keep an eye on pedestrian traffic. At 18 minutes to 9, the dark blue coupe which Kiefer had bought that morning was spotted parked in an alley just below Hollywood Boulevard and Cahuenga. We called Ed Backstrand.
City Hall.
2503.
2503.
Chief of Detectives Office, Hannah.
This is Friday, Mike. The chief there?
Yeah, wait a minute. Just going out the door. Ed, it's for you. Backstrand?
Friday, Ed. Just spotted Kiefer's car, the one he bought this morning, parked in an alley off Cahuenga.
Harris and I are on our way up there now. We'll take care of the car. You take care of this call. Just came in.
What do you got?
The theater on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Fairview. The girl in the box office just took in a $10 ransom bill.
Yeah?
She got a good look at the man who passed the bill. She says it's Kiefer.
All right, Ben, come on.
Yeah. You've got the list of serial numbers?
Right here. Let's check at the window.
Yes, sir. How many, please?
Police officers. Sergeant Romero, Sergeant Friday.
Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Rayburn, the police are here. Would you step around to the side door, Sergeant?
Yes, ma'am.
Margie, relieve Francis for a minute. Francis, come here. Bring that $10 bill with you.
Sharp girl, officer, that Francis. Sharp.
Here it is, Mr. Rayburn.
All right, Sergeant. There you are. $10 bill and the list of serial numbers.
Check out all right, Ben?
That's it, Joe. Good work, man.
You reported the man came in about a half hour ago. You're sure it was Kiefer?
Yes, sir. I have his picture in the box office just behind the change machine. I recognized him right away.
And as far as you know, he hasn't left the theater?
That's right, sir.
All right, Mr. Rayburn, I'm sorry. I'm afraid we'll have to interrupt the show.
Anything you say, Sergeant. Anything.
Ben, you keep an eye on the front exit. I'll call communications.
Right, Joe.
80K to Control 4. 80K to Control 4.
80K, go ahead.
Control 4, clear all frequencies. The Sullivan murder suspect, Donald Kiefer, has been located in the theater on the southeast corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Fairview. Have all units around the area.
80K, roger. Attention all units. Attention all units. Assist 80K at the theater on the southeast corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Fairview. The Sullivan murder suspect has been located in the theater. Go ahead, 80K.
Control 4, have all units converge in the general area, Hollywood Boulevard and Fairview. Unit 62R to block off the intersection at Hollywood Boulevard and North Cherokee. Stop all pedestrian and vehicular traffic. Unit 61A to block the intersection at Hollywood Boulevard and Hudson Street. Stop all pedestrian and vehicular traffic. Unit 71 and 72R to block the alley behind the theater. Unit 66 and 67R to assist at main entrance to the theater. Within a few minutes, the 1/2 mile area around the theater was completely blockaded. Every exit and entrance to the theater was covered. At 9:23, we met Harris and Ed Backstrand in the theater manager's office. Backstrand outlined our plan of operation. At 9:28, a detail of 14 men walked down the side aisles on the main floor of the theater and took up their posts on either side of the orchestra pit. The picture was stopped and every light in the theater was turned on. Ed Backstrand, Harris, Ben, and I went down the aisle and up onto the stage. Backstrand made the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry to interrupt the picture, but this is important. We're police officers. We've traced the murderer of Judy Sullivan to this theater. He is in this theater now. Now we're going to search the theater row by row, and we'd like to ask your cooperation. There's no need to be panicky or afraid. Those who wish to leave now may do so. Leave by the main entrance. Each one of you will be checked as you go out the door. And for the benefit of the man we're looking for, don't try to escape. Every exit is covered and the entire area is blockaded. Don't place any more lives in jeopardy.
Come on, Ben.
Backstage, Joe. We can make it from there.
All right, let's go. Come on, hustle it, Ben.
Yeah. The next building. You'll probably try to jump for it.
All right, watch it. I think this door leads out to the roof.
There he goes.
All right, Keeper, hold it.
Don't shoot. I give up.
Throw your gun down. Over here.
Don't shoot. Don't.
Let's get him.
All right, coppers. I got it figured. They won't top me for this. Didn't know what I was doing.
Put the cuffs on him, Ben.
Get away from me, you crumb!
You shouldn't have hit him, Keeper. All right, Ben. Try the cuffs now.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get him in out of the rain.
What's the hurry?
Why spoil a good rain?
The story you have just heard is true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
Donald Alfred Kiefer was tried and convicted of murder in the first degree. He was executed in the lethal gas chamber at the state penitentiary. You have just heard the 15th in a new series of authentic cases transcribed from official files. Technical advice for Dragnet comes from the Office of Acting Chief of Police, W.A. Wharton, Los Angeles Police Department.
Tonight's program is dedicated to Deputy United States Marshal John B. Glenn of Boise, Idaho, who on the morning of July 31st, 1940, gave his life so that yours might be more secure. Dragnet came to you from Los Angeles. Theater Guild on the Air returns tomorrow night on NBC.
As you heard, the 15th show of Dragnet. It didn't quite have the style yet, but it was coming together. It took a lot of time to develop that Dragnet style that we know and became more familiar over the years. And you noticed that there was a fella there that probably sounded familiar to you. In addition to Jack Webb and Ben Alexander, you had a fella by the name of Raymond Burr. Yep. Dragnet, as it aired on NBC, 7:30 Eastern Time on Saturday, the 10th day of September, 1949, 76 years ago, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, wrapping up our pair of shows from this date, 76 years ago today. Coming up tomorrow, we will have Peter Lorre, Mystery in the Air, The Queen of Spades from 1947. A 1953 presentation of The Martian Chronicles on the ABC Radio Workshop. The Four-Star Playhouse with Rosalind Russell in Paradise, USA. And we'll wrap it all up with Conflict starring Humphrey Bogart. A 1945 presentation of The Theater of Romance. On Friday's show, we will have Betty Davis in The Chase and Sanborn Hour from 1937, of course, Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Don Amici, and others. We'll also have, in addition to that, more variety with a 1938 presentation of the quiz show, True or False, Male Postal Workers versus Women of the League of Women Voters, and Tom Brenneman's Breakfast in Hollywood from 1946. We will have on Saturday more drama with Counter Spy and the case of the Flatbush Fagin from 1949, an episode of Tarzan from 1951, an episode of Confession from 1953, and Quiet Please, the Symphony in Minor from 1948. We'll get funny on Sunday with who better to be funny on a Sunday with than Jack Benny, because that's where he always came from. The first show from 1952 and the first show with Bob Crosby taking the place as the band leader. We'll also have an episode of George Burns and Gracie Allen from 1943. Their guest will be Brian Donlevy. Leroy's Paper Route, the subject of an episode of The Great Gildersleeve from 1941, the show's first full season. And a comedy from the CBS Radio Workshop, and a lot of your favorite voices. A fantasy, A Pride of Carrots, or Venus Well Served, the first U.S. rocket to the moon. Mixed bag on Monday, as we'll have episodes of The Stan Freberg Show and yours truly, Johnny Dollar from 1957, Arthur Godfrey from 1947, and an episode of X-1 dealing with the bomb from 1955, The Castaways. Tuesday, we'll have a comedy and variety with Baby Snooks, except that Fanny Bryce doesn't show up for the show. Eddie Cantor guests on the 1945 edition of the show. Snooks is missing. We'll have a 1949 episode of My Favorite Husband, a 1948 episode of The Aldrich Family, and a 1944 episode of the Rudy Valley Dream Show featuring Ed Gardner. You know him. The Archie the manager at Duffy's Tavern. On Wednesday, we'll have another episode of Mr. President. We'll have Dragnet, Boston Blackie and the Apartment Swindler, and Calling All Cars from 1936. That's all coming up a week from today here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Coming up next, Edward Arnold as Mr. President.
A well-designed school can be more than a fine building and a place for learning. It can also protect the children, the teachers, and the whole neighborhood, too, if the architect has designed the school to serve as a community fallout shelter as well. Over 13,000 architects and engineers have been trained in fallout shielding techniques. To learn more about building fallout shelter into new schools, contact your local civil defense director.
By the way, I want to remind you, I haven't mentioned this in a while, you can learn how to build your own family fallout shelter We have plans in the links in the show notes, or you can find them also over at classicradio.stream, and they're totally free. Cost you nada. Just to download. Now we're going to go back 75 years, September 10th, 1950. Edward Arnold as a President of the United States. We just don't know which one. In this episode of Mr. President, I beg your pardon.
By transcription. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt.
Mr. President, starring Edward Arnold and written by Gene Holloway. Mr. President, at home in the White House, the elected leader of our people, our fellow citizen and neighbor. These are little-known stories of the men who've lived in the White House, dramatic, exciting events in their lives that you and I so rarely hear. True human stories of Mr. President.
This week's Mr. President drama will begin in just a moment. But first, a word about our purpose in presenting this series. To Americans, there are no more stirring stories in the world than the stories of the lives of the men who became presidents of the United States. Their deeds are direction pointers for the American mind, sources of inspiration and courage to young and old alike. People today are more interested than ever to know the intimate, interesting, and inspiring facts about the lives of their presidents, the men who became the leaders of their country. The American Broadcasting Company takes listeners behind the White House reception rooms and ballrooms, glittering with gold braid and famous personalities, into the privacy of the breakfast room and study, where presidents are shown as individuals with human doubts, laughter, love, and faith. Listen now and see if you can name the president upon whom this episode is based.
Here's a story that happened in Washington a few years ago. Listen closely and see if you can tell who the president was. It was a wartime summer, and anxious hearts turned towards Washington for reassurance. The president spent a good deal of his time in the telegraph office. It kept him in closer touch with the pulse of the nation, and he was liable to appear at any hour of the day or night carrying a pile of paper and some pencils.
Good morning, Mr. President. You're up early.
Yes, well, I couldn't sleep. I had some work to do, and it was hot. Anything new on the wires?
Nope, not so far.
Then I thought I'd sit in here and do some writing. I won't bother you, will I, Bill?
No, sir. You just make yourself at home, Mr. President.
I'll spread out on this desk here.
Oh, here you are. You're early.
So are you.
Well, I had a hunch you might be over here and need me.
You're a good boy, Arthur. You should be sleeping.
I can't agree with you. As your secretary, I should be right where I am.
Well, I have some papers here. You haven't seen Mr. Stanton around any place, have you?
No, sir.
You know, I can very readily see why people are afraid of Stanton. Sometimes he even frightens me.
Have you been signing pardons again this morning, Mr. President?
Look at that expression in his face. Like a kid that's been in a cookie jar behind his mother's back.
Well, I'm caught and dead to rights. Well, there's a stack of pardons, Arthur.
Stack?
Yes, I pardoned everyone today. I'm in trouble with Stanton, whether I pardon one or 100, so I figured I might as well be killed for a sheep as a lamb. Besides, what am I going to have these boys executed for? For going to sleep on duty? I just did that myself. For talking back to an officer? Well, every once in a while, a man just has to talk back if he's got any spirit at all.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Oh, Mr. Stanton, come in.
Shall I post those letters you gave me last night, Mr. President?
Oh, yes, Arthur, and I'll have some more to give you in a few moments.
Yes, sir. I'll be in your office if you need me, sir.
Thank you, Arthur.
Mr. President, may I have a few moments of your time?
Of course. Come along. We'll go into your office. Mr. Stanton, I've been going over the pleas for clemency. I've made notes on all of them, and I have them right here.
Very well, Mr. President. May I look them over?
Yes, of course. You're the Secretary of War. I haven't much choice. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it, Stanton? A man can't help but think how good it is to be alive on a morning like this.
Mr. President, these are all pardons.
Yes, all pardons.
But, sir, these men have all been sentenced by order of the court-martial.
Are there not enough dying on the battlefield, Stanton?
How many are dying on the battlefields is completely beside the point, Mr. President. These men are incompetent, dangerous, treacherous.
A boy who fell asleep, a man who lost his temper, a lad who became frightened in the height of battle. Don't think of them as statistics, Stanton. Think of them as human beings. Man is human and therefore subject to human frailty.
The Army cannot be run on sentiment, Mr. President.
Why not, Mr. Stanton? We have asked them to fight for sentiment. We have taken boys from farms, from schools, from jobs, and we've said to them, here is a word, and you must fight to the death for it. And the word is liberty. We have said you must fight for freedom so that in time to come all men may live together, as equal in the sight of each other as they are in the sight of God.
Mr. President, we're not discussing what a man fights for, but what the punishment is if he fails as a soldier.
This is not a nation of soldiers, Mr. Stanton. We have trained our sons in gentler, kinder ways.
But an army must be well disciplined or its troops will march to suicide, not victory. If a man doesn't respect and obey the orders of his army, the army has no jurisdiction over him whatsoever.
Well, I can't deny that, Stanton.
A war is going on. You'll make a laughingstock of the officers of the army as well as the War Department. The soldiers will do anything they take it into their heads to do, as long as they're assured of pardon from the chief executive. Now, that may sound hard to you. It may sound cruel. But war is hard and cruel, and we might as well face the fact and buckle down to it and get it over with as quickly as possible.
Well, I agree with that, Mr. Secretary.
And either let the Army officers and the War Department run the war or send them home and get a new staff. But please don't go on making us look ridiculous by these wholesale pardons of yours.
All right, Mr. Secretary, I can see your point, of course. I'll try not to interfere as much in the future.
Now, about these pardons on your desk.
Well, I've already signed those, so we'll just let those go through.
Very well, Mr. President.
Tell me, what time is it? It must be lunchtime. You know, I'm hungry. How about you, Mr. Stanton?
I am not hungry, Mr. President, and I have a great many reports to go over.
Well, I'll go along home and have some lunch and come back. I was over here pretty early this morning.
And please don't promise anyone to pardon their husband or their brother or their son while you're on your way home or back.
Yes, Mr. Secretary.
After all, I think the War Department can always be depended upon to consider the justice of any case. If a boy merits another chance, we'll see that he has it.
In this world or the next, Stanton?
Mr. President.
Good morning, Mr. Secretary. I'll see you after lunch. Come on, Arthur. Well, I got those pardons through anyhow. I may not get any more through for a while, but I saved a few skins this morning. Come along and have lunch with me, Arthur. I'm starved. We'll get to those reports right after lunch.
Yes, Mr. President.
Well, I must say I feel better. The inner president has been sustained.
It's cooler today than usual.
Yes, but no one should have to work this time of year. You know, I wish I could send everybody home. I wish I could say to all the soldiers, go lie in the tall grasses of Kentucky and watch the sky and sleep the afternoon away. Or get yourself a boat and paddle down the Sangamon this afternoon and breathe the beauty of this country deep inside you. Or go walk along the ocean and let the spray sting your cheeks and the waves whisper to you, of the future of America. I'd like so much to bring the people happiness, Arthur. But so far, all I've brought them is grief and bloodshed and fear of the morrow. Oh, I'd like people to say of my administration, I lived during his term, and I liked him well. Not my son died while he was in office. My husband died
Mr.
while...
President, here's the War Department.
Yes, here it is.
But I must see Mr. Stanton. I'll wait until he can see.
If I know Stanton, she'll have a long wait.
See who the woman is, Arthur, and why she is here. I'll be in Stanton's office.
Yes, sir. Madam, may I ask who you're waiting to see?
Well, I was told not to speak to anyone but Mr. Stanton.
Well, that's all right. I'm one of the president's stenographers. If you wouldn't mind telling me the nature of your business, perhaps I can help you.
It's my son. My son's to be shot today by sentence of the court-martial. He's at Fort DeRussy waiting execution. Oh, I must see Mr. Stanton.
What was the charge?
Bounty jumping.
Oh, I see. A deserter.
No, my boy's not a deserter. He's been in active duty for over 2 long years. He's risked his life over and over. He's a good boy. I'm sure if I can only see Mr. Stanton, he'll understand.
Yeah, now, madam, you mustn't lose control of yourself. You sit here, and I'll see what I can do.
Bless you. God bless.
Last, you come in.
Oh, it's you, Arthur. Come in, come in.
What do you mean coming in here and interrupting an important...
I asked him to come in, Stanton. Did you get the information, Arthur?
Mr. Stanton, as you love God, give me the life of my son.
Madam, how dare you interrupt me?
Are you Mr. Stanton?
I am indeed.
They told me you were a kind man.
They told you wrong. I'm a just man, and I'm a busy man. And now, if you will kindly excuse yourself...
No, Mr. Stanton, I've been going now for days and nights, from officer to official. I've waited by the hour, but now there's no time left for waiting. You have to hear me now. You have to hear me now, or it'll be too late. My son's to be executed today. Do you hear me? My son's to be executed today.
If he's to be executed, there must be a good reason for it, madam.
He's been wounded twice in his country's service. Are those the kind of men you execute as deserters and traitors? My son's no bounty jumper.
Your name?
Mrs. Buckley.
Oh, yes. Private James Buckley of the 7th Vermont. Madam, I'm sorry for you, but I'm familiar with your son's case, and there is nothing that can be done. Now, I'm sorry, but I cannot possibly give you any more time.
Don't be in such a hurry, Stanton. Listen to any woman speaking for her son's life. Madam, you say your son's fought for his country for nearly 3 years? It's strange he should be a deserter now.
Why, sir... Why... You're the president, aren't you, sir?
Yes, Mrs. Buckley. Now, please tell me about your son.
Mr. President.
Please, Stanton. Let us listen.
God has sent you here, Mr. President, to hear my prayer. I'm a widow. I've given 7 sons to death for their country. This is the 8th, the last, the youngest.
7 sons. Stanton, do you hear? 7 sons.
Mr. President, we have a great deal to do today. This case has already been decided. I can't take the time for every woman with a story like this.
I can. This woman has already given up far more than either you or I can ever give for our country.
Very well, Mr. President. Excuse me for a moment. I have an important dispatch to send.
I'll be in my office, Mr. President.
Very well, Arthur. Tell me what your son did to bring about his charge, Mrs. Buckley.
2 months ago, he was home on leave. And while he was there, he met a girl. It's because of her. That fool girl, I warned her not to come, but when young people are in love, it's hard to get them to listen to their elders. Anyhow, she came down, and they wouldn't give him leave. And so he...
He deserted?
No, he was going back and fight again. He just wanted to kiss that fool girl, to look into her eyes, to see her smile once more. Oh, please listen to me, Mr. President. 7 sons dead already. Must I now lose the 8th because he wanted to kiss the girl he loved?
Listen to this lady, Stanton, and see if you can't find some merit in her appeal for her son's life.
Mr. President, as Secretary of War, I consider it essential to the preservation of this country that no convicted deserter shall have his sentence commuted.
Mr. Stanton, a few days ago my son fought at Fort Stevens to protect you in the Capitol. He was wounded there. The scars aren't even healed yet.
Madam, I assure you, you have my deepest sympathy, but I must also ask that you appreciate my position when I tell you there is nothing I can do.
Mr. President, you have sons of your own. I beg of you, listen to me.
Mrs. Buckley, I do not wish to interfere, if possible. Recite your case to Mr. Stanton, and then tell me what he says. Stanton, listen to this woman's story.
Oh.
And then come to me, and we will discuss it.
Very well, Mr. President. All right, Mrs. Buckley, give me the facts as quickly and briefly as possible.
Did you hear that woman's story, Arthur?
Well, I heard part of it, sir. Mr. President, Sir, I don't wish to step out of line, but are you thinking of pardoning that young man?
I'm thinking about it very seriously indeed, but I'm hoping that Mr. Stanton will do it himself.
Well, sir, if you do have any intention of pardoning the man, you have no time to lose.
What do you mean?
I mean that unless you act at once, the sentence will be carried out before any pardon can reach the boy. While you were talking to Mrs. Buckley, Mr. Stanton came out and gave a note to an orderly. I heard him tell the orderly to go immediately to Fort de Russy, which is where the prisoner is being held.
He sent an orderly to the fort while I was talking to the woman?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll be hanged. I really will be hanged. Come on, Arthur. We'll go to the telegraph office.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hello, Mr. President. You come in to work for a while?
Bill, do we have a wire to Fort de Russy?
Oh, sure, Mr.
Then get the
President.
fort on the wire at once.
Well, the wire is in use at the President, sir. Very important orders with regard to the movement to the 6th Corps.
Hold the dispatch.
Yes, Mr. President. Oh, hold that message, Charlie. The President wants the wire.
Now then, kindly send this through immediately. Telegraph to the Provost Marshal having in charge Private James Buckley of the 7th Vermont, sentenced to execution today. Direct him to bring immediately to the War Department his prisoner. Order him under the personal commands of the President of the United States to disregard all other orders whatsoever as regards the disposition of this prisoner, and ask for the Provost Marshal's personal acknowledgement by telegraph of the receipt of this order. That's the message. Send it at once. And I'm going to wait right here until I receive the answer I've requested to this dispatch.
In just a moment, we'll come back to Edward Arnold and Mr. President.
The National Safety Council reports that highway accidents are being reduced and lives being saved, but they are still a national problem. The major causes of traffic casualties are speed, drink, and carelessness. Driving too fast for road conditions is one of the most common causes of traffic accidents. Next to speed, driving on the wrong side of the road was reported as the most frequent driver violation of common sense and safety laws. And 1/4 of the fatal accidents involve a driver or pedestrian who has been drinking. Take the responsibility on yourself and urge safety precautions in your community. Never drive on the wrong side of the road. Be alert and careful every moment you're behind the wheel. You can encourage driver training in your own high school. Remember, accidents don't always happen to the other fellow. The life you save may be your own. Now back to Edward Arnold and Mr. President.
Well, have you guessed who the president was when all this happened? It really did happen, you know, in Washington just a few years ago. So listen closely. The president waited in the office until the telegraphed personal acknowledgement came back from the captain of the Provost Guard that he had received the orders and would bring the prisoner to the War Department immediately. Satisfied then, the president returned to the office of the Secretary of War.
Oh, Mr. President, you are my only hope. Please, please help me. It's useless to talk further to Mr. Stanton.
Easy now, Mrs. Buckley. Don't give way. You're putting up a brave fight. I'm sure that Mr. Stanton has decided to at least postpone the execution of your son until he can make further investigation. Isn't that right, Stanton?
On the contrary, Mr. President, since I have your own word that such matters are to be left in my hands, I have already taken steps to make further discussion only a waste of time.
You've already taken steps.
Discussion is never useless as long as a man is alive, Stanton.
Alive? Then you intend to pardon my son, Mr. President. You do intend to pardon my boy, don't you, Mr. President?
If what you have said to me is substantially true, I certainly do, Mrs. Buckley.
May God forever bless you.
Now then, tell me the details of your story again. I want to be sure that Mr. Stanton hears them.
I've already heard them.
Then listen again.
Mr. President, may I remind you that we have a war to conduct? This matter should have been closed long ago.
It's easy to take a man's life, Stanton, easy. To save a man's life is much more difficult and much more worthwhile. It is worth a good deal more time and thought than you have given it.
Yes? What is it?
Mr. President, there's a young lady here, a Miss Janet Miller.
Janet?
Oh, is there no end to this?
Ask the young lady to come in, Arthur.
Yes, sir. Will you please go in?
Thank you. Good day, Mr. President. Hello, Mrs. Buckley.
Hello, Janet.
Is this the young lady
This
who...
is the girl.
Well, I'm sure if I was a soldier and had a girl like you, I'd run away for a few hours myself.
Mr. President.
And so would you, Stanton.
It's all my fault, Mr. President. I was afraid something would happen to him, and I thought, if it does, I want to at least be his wife. So I came down. I didn't know that he was refused leave. He just came in long enough for us to get married.
Married?
Yes, oh, he didn't mean to do anything wrong, Mr. President. He was going right back. And if anybody's going to be executed, it ought to be me, because I'm the one that got him into this.
Isn't it sad, Stanton, that in this world today we can't give our young people a little time to spend together? Isn't it sad that hours have to be stolen and that such a high price is put upon them? A man spends a few moments with the girl he loves and dies for it. Too many have died. Too many. Stanton.
The War Department has made its decision, Mr. President. This man is a bounty jumper and a deserter, regardless of what these women may say about him.
No. My son is no sneaking bounty jumper, Mr. Stanton. He gave me his word of honor as a man that he'd not intended to desert.
I can only go on facts, Mrs. Buckley. Now what? Come in.
Mr. President, the Provost Marshal from Fort DeRussy is here with a prisoner.
The what?
Have the Provost Marshal enter.
I have the President's personal orders by telegraph to present before him in the office of the Secretary of War the prisoner condemned to execution today, Private James Buckley of the 7th Vermont.
Jimmy?
Just dear.
Bring the prisoner in.
Mr. President, this is beyond all human endurance.
Come in, Private Buckley.
Mother.
Jimmy. Oh, my son, my son.
Janet. What are you doing here?
I came to see the President.
The President?
How do you do, Private Buckley?
How do you do, Mr. President? This is...
Oh, he's fainted.
It's his wound, Mr. President. Please forgive it. It's his wound.
Here, give him some water. Here, Provo. Help me get him in the chair.
Sorry, sir.
Look at the bandages on his arm. There's proof he risked his life for his country. Oh, Mr. President, you brought him back to us. You wouldn't take him from us now to murder him.
No, Mrs. Buckley, I would not. I'm sorry, Mr. Stanton. I'm afraid I'm going to have to go back on my promise to the War Department just one more time. May I use your desk?
Of course, Mr. President.
Here you are, Mrs. Buckley. Here is the free pardon of your son.
God bless you. God bless you and keep you, Mr. President.
Oh, thank you, Mr. President.
Young man, your sentence to death by court-martial acts as a discharge from the Army of the United States. My pardon has made it an honorable discharge. So go home with your mother and this lovely girl who have fought so bravely for you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Not only for this moment now, But for all the years you've just given back to me.
Goodbye, and bless you all.
Oh, Provost Marshal, I should like you to remain for a moment if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Here, darling. Put your arm around me. I'll help you walk.
Bye, Mr. President.
Goodbye, my son.
Provost Marshal, did you receive the commands I sent by orderly?
Yes, sir. But before they reached me, I received a direct telegram verified by the telegraph clerk of this department instructing me that the execution was to be stayed and that I was to report with the prisoner here personally to the President of the United States.
Stanton, that's where I had to jump on you. You sent a messenger on horseback. I sent mine by electricity. I sent mine later, but it got there first. Provost Marshal, do you have the dispatch sent you by Secretary Stanton?
Yes, Mr. President.
Let me have it, please. Thank you, sir. I think, Mr. Stanton, that we will burn unopened this dispatch you sent to the Provost Marshal.
Mr. President, this action of yours will produce 1,000 deserters before the end of the week.
I'm not sure I care if it does, Mr. Secretary. It has made 2 less broken hearts in this country. I wish I could send all my boys home to their mothers and to the girls that love them. It's a grand country to be alive in, Stanton. Never forget that. It's a grand country to be alive in. Well, you've probably figured out by now who the president was when all that happened. It really did happen, you know, and you'll have the answer in just a moment.
A person-to-person expression of international goodwill. That's the way many prominent people, including President Truman and General Eisenhower, have described CARE, the agency that sends needed food packages overseas. CARE offers food and clothing packages which provide more per dollar than individuals can send any other way. Each food package is designed to supplement the rations of a family of 4 for 1 month. Sending a package overseas through CARE is one of the surest ways to help people in Europe who still suffer from lack of food and proper clothing. If you'd like to order a CARE package, just send $10 to CARE, New York, give your name and address, and specify to whom you're sending the package. On delivery, you will receive a signed receipt. Now, back to Edward Arnold.
Well, we didn't get much paperwork done today, did we, Arthur?
No, sir.
But we certainly worked hard. You know, there's few things in the world I enjoy as much as getting ahead of Stanton. He's a good Secretary of War, though. You have to have men like him.
Yes, sir. I suppose you do, sir.
But the look in those people's eyes today, that's something to live for and to remember. That's a good boy. You only had to look at him to see that.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Well, Miss Janet.
Mr. President, I just wanted to say that we'll remember you all our lives for what you did for us today. And I wanted to say that we'll love you all the rest of our lives, Mr. Lincoln.
Be with us again next week, won't you, for another interesting story that happened in Washington a few years ago to Mr. President. Until then, goodbye.
This program is produced and directed by Joe Graham. Edward Arnold can currently be seen in the MGM picture Annie, Get Your Gun. Heard with Mr. Arnold in today's cast were Betty Kane, Marilyn Erskine, Lon Clark, Ian Martin, and your narrator, Eric Dressler. Mr. President was created by Robert G. Jennings. Today's story was based on incidents in the life of President Abraham Lincoln.
Be sure to listen again next week when the American Broadcasting Company and its affiliated stations bring you Edward Arnold with another interesting and factual story of Mr. President.
The proceeding was transcribed. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Abraham Lincoln. There you go. 75 years ago, September 10th, 1950. Mr. President, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream to support the podcast. Coming up next, Dick Kollmar as Boston Blackie.
You can protect yourself from radioactive fallout after an enemy attack. Our tests have shown that an underground shelter covered by 3 feet of earth offers the best protection. A basement shelter could be made safe by closing off windows, exterior entrances, and banking exposed walls. In homes without basements, first-floor areas with the least exposure, such as bathroom, utility room, or hallway, should be selected. Be prepared. Start building your home shelter today.
And as we mentioned, we've got plans down in the show notes of the program, or go to classicradio.stream. There's a couple of plans there, and they're free of charge. All right, we're going to go back now. 79 years, September 10th, 1946, The Backstage Murder, an episode of Boston Blackie, starring Dick Kollmar.
Oh, Mary, you can't mean it. What could I do in a musical comedy?
What everybody does in a musical comedy, Blackie. Act and dance and sing. Oh, now, darling, you just have to do it.
Yes, you simply must do it, Blackie. The club is counting on you to do it.
They're counting, are they, Mr. Merriweather? Well, you're director of the show. Direct them to start counting me out right now.
But, Blackie, Miss Wesley says you can sing, and the dance routines are simple, Blackie, but terribly simple. And we're doing Gilbert and Sullivan's Mikado. The dances are hardly more than little toe, heel, toe, kick, toe, heel, toe. Ouch! Well, you know what I mean.
Blackie, you mustn't forget the cause. We're staging the performance for the Orphans Foundation. And,
Yes, what is it?
Also, I have a confession to make. We have already advertised that you will be in the show.
Oh, Mary, sometimes
You'll do it then? Oh, this is wonderful, marvelous, simply superb, Blackie. Rehearsals start at 9 tomorrow morning. At 9 in the morning, sharp, but on the dot of 9.
What time was that again?
Well,
never mind. I'll be there. Only I've got a hunch I'm going to wish I weren't.
And now back to Dick Kollmar as Boston Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy. Friend to those who have no friend.
Whose deal is it, Arnold?
I think it's Rogers. Yeah, it's mine, Lester. This will have to be the last hand.
Oh? Why?
Well, they're opening this broken-down theater for the first time in a year to do a benefit performance of the Mikado.
You're just spoiled, Roger. Being superintendent of a closed theater must be pretty soft. Well, it looks as if you'll have to work for a while.
Only for a few days. Rehearsal's called in an hour, so this is the last hand.
All right, deal. Maybe I'll have better luck this time.
I'll need more than luck from now on. I'll need money.
What's the matter, Lester? Haven't you sold one of your statues yet?
No. Too many lowbrows in the world. Well, go ahead. Will you deal, Roger?
Oh, sure. Here we go.
And give me something I can play with this time, Roger, will you?
I'll try to, Arnold.
Hey, wait a minute, Roger.
What's the matter?
Let me look at those cards.
What are you talking about?
You know what we're talking about. You've been cheating us, Roger. How long?
No, look, I'll explain later. I've got to get this theater ready for that Mikado.
Now, wait a minute, Roger. I want to see those cards.
I'll let him go, Lester.
But he's been cheating.
Yes, I know.
I've been losing to him for 2 years, ever since the three of us started playing.
So have I, Lester.
Yeah, you're rich. You've got more to lose.
I know, so I lost more. You know, I never thought a lifelong friend would do this to me.
And I never thought I could be tempted to do what I'm thinking to a lifelong friend.
All right, now, I must have quiet. Please, dear people, I simply must have quiet. Now, this is a dress rehearsal, not a garden party. And I insist on having your strictest attention at all times. Now, places, everybody, places. We'll run through the Wandering Minstrel number right now. Miss Wesley! Oh, Miss Wesley!
Oh, yes, Mr. Merriweather.
Now, where is Boston Blackie? I must have Boston Blackie on stage, please.
He's right here trying to get backstage and stay there. Go on out, Blackie.
Now, please, Blackie, you're holding up the rehearsal. We simply must get on with the rehearsal.
All right, Mr. Merriweather. Let's get the rehearsal over with so I can take off these tights. Do I have to wear these tights?
Of course, the costume is as much a part of the role of Nanky Poo as the role itself. All right, now, places, everybody. The Wandering Minstrel number. Ready at the piano? That's enough. Now, all right, Blackie, you know what you're to do while you're singing?
Sure, practice ducking and weaving so I won't get hit too often during the performance.
Oh, now that's enough, please. That's enough frivolity for now. Now, you're to walk up those stairs past that open trunk at the landing there and around the balcony as you sing. Now, here we go, everybody, and no matter what happens, keep the performance going. The most important thing is to keep up the performance.
Keep up the performance. What about these tights?
Ready, everyone? Splendid. Here we go. Music, please. All right, now, Blackie. Remember, you go up the steps as you sing. The theater is packed with an enraptured audience. Sing.
A wandering minstrel I, a thing of shreds and patches, of ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby. My catalogue is long through
Hey! Blackie! I said to go straight through the scene, and I meant straight through the scene.
I know, but you see...
Nothing must interfere with the rehearsal. Now, you're at the top of the stairs. Now, continue past the trunk and go on with the song.
But, Mr. Merriweather,
no
I just...
excuses, simply no excuses. Go on with the song.
All right. You at the piano, pick up from the beginning. There is a body here, it's in the trunk and murdered. A knife is sticking in it, and so it had to die.
Was a body a murder? Oh, my goodness.
Blackie, this is awful. Is somebody really dead, or is this just a joke?
If this is a joke, Mary, that man in the trunk died laughing. Doesn't he look dead to you?
Oh, my gosh.
Wait till Faraday sees him in the trunk. And, oh, brother, wait till he sees me in these tights.
Sure, I'm here on a murder case. But you in tights, Blackie. I can't stop laughing. You ought to see yourself. Boston Blackie in tights. Who are you supposed to be?
Me? I'm Nanky Poo.
Yeah. Nanky who?
Pooh. And as Mr. Merriweather would say, pooh to you.
Merriweather? Who's Merriweather?
Our beloved director. Wait till you see him.
Oh, that was Merriweather. The little fellow who kept screaming, "The show must go on."
Oh, that's him. Look, he's the boss. I've got to...
Inspector.
Yeah, Rollins?
Here are the things we found on the dead man, Inspector. We just identified the body.
Yeah? Whose is it?
It's a man named Roger Knowlton. He's superintendent of this building. His wife identified the body.
His wife, huh? Where's she?
In her apartment. Down these steps, backstage toward the front.
Thanks. I'll have a talk with her later. Let's see what you found on Knowlton's body. Put that in here on the table, huh?
Yes, sir. Here you are. It's papers, coins, playing cards, and a lot of junk.
Wonder why anyone would kill a theater superintendent. It's a funny thing to find in a man's pockets. A deck of playing cards.
Let me look at those. Well.
What do you mean, well?
Well, for one thing, I can tell you that the reason Knowlton was a marked man is that these are marked cards.
You seem to feel a little better, Blackie. Is that why you're going to talk to Mr. Knowlton's wife?
I feel better because I'm out of those darn tights. But I want to talk to Knowlton's wife because of that deck of cards Rollins found in her late husband's pockets.
Why? What was... Uh-oh.
Mrs. Knowlton?
Yes.
I'm Boston Blackie. Could I speak to you for a moment?
Yes, if you'd like.
Yes, I know. It's your husband's death I want to speak to you about.
Oh, I see. Then come in, of course.
Thanks. Oh, Mrs. Knowlton, this is Miss Wesley.
How do you do,
How do you do? Well, come in and sit down, both of you.
Thank you. I'll close the door, Blackie.
All right.
Oh, look what I've done. I tore the sleeve of my dress.
Oh,
that's a shame.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have warned you about that nail on the door. I'll be glad to mend your dress for you.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm afraid anyway, even mended, the tear will show.
Oh, no, it won't, really. Look, see here on my dress, a tear is mended and it scarcely shows.
Why, you sew beautifully, Mrs. Knowlton. Doesn't she, Blackie?
Yes, she does. Mrs. Knowlton, the police found a deck of playing cards in your husband's pocket. Marked cards.
Marked? They think my husband cheated at cards? That's impossible. People who cheat usually win, don't they? And if he had won, he'd have given me money. Yet he's never had money to give me, as you can see by my home, by my clothes.
Then perhaps the cards weren't his. Perhaps he was being cheated, Mrs. Knowlton. Do you know with whom he played?
Yes, I do. 2 men. Arnold Grimes and Lester Boswell. But I don't think either one of them would cheat my husband. They were his close friends.
They were? Well, maybe one of his close friends got near enough to him to put a knife in his back.
Oh, wrong English. Wrong English.
Grimes? Arnold Grimes?
Yes? What are you doing in this club? You're not a member.
I'm Boston Blackie, Mr. Grimes. Sorry to have to interrupt your billiard game, but I'd like to talk to you.
What about... Now, there's a billiard shot I've been trying to make for 6 years. Know anything about 3-cushion billiards, Blackie?
Not much, but I know a lot about murder. Did you know Roger Knowlton was dead?
Yes. Now, if I give the ball that kind of English...
How'd you know?
How'd I know what?
That Knowlton was dead.
Heard it on the radio. You ever seen this shot made?
Once. How well did you know Knowlton?
What business is that of yours? Look, can you make this shot?
I can try. And I can also try to find out how well you knew Knowlton.
I'll go ahead. Here's a cue. Let's see you make the shot.
All right. You played cards with Knowlton. Did you know Knowlton cheated?
Sure. Let's see you make the shot, will you?
I didn't say I'd make it. I said I'd try. You knew Knowlton cheated, and still you played with him.
Why not? No law says I can't be cheated if I want to be. Well, can you make that 3-cushion shot?
Maybe, if I do it like this.
Huh. You even made it look easy.
It was. If Knowlton cheated you, why did you play cards with him?
Because I could afford to lose. I'm rich, you see. He was broke. And he wouldn't let me lend him a dime. Give me a chance to help him. Say, show me again how you made that shot, will you?
Sorry, Grimes, I haven't time. The next shot I make won't be at a billiard ball. It'll be at Lester Boswell, the 3rd member of your card-playing trio.
Go away. I told you I'd pay the rent next week. Go away, will you?
I don't want you to pay me the rent, Boswell. I just want to pay you a visit. I'm Boston Blackie.
All right, just a minute. Come in.
Thanks. Say, what is this place, anyhow? A stone quarry?
A stone? I'm a sculptor. This is my workshop. I'm busy working. What do you want?
Just a little information about Roger Knowlton. Look, Boswell, did you know Roger Knowlton was found dead this afternoon?
What?
You dropped your chisel. Now drop the act, Boswell. You knew he was dead when I came in here. He was murdered.
Murdered?
Yes, for cheating at cards. For cheating you at cards.
Well, yes, he did cheat me, but he cheated Arnold Grimes, too. Grimes had as much reason as I to kill him.
Oh, no. Grimes had less reason because he has more money. You're handy with a chisel, Boswell. Maybe you were just as handy with a knife. And maybe your fondness for marble prompted you to leave Knowlton stone dead.
And now, back to Boston Blackie. While rehearsing for a benefit performance of the Mikado, Blackie finds Roger Knowlton knifed to death in an open trunk. A deck of marked cards in the dead man's pocket indicates the dead man was cheating both wealthy Arnold Grimes and Lester Boswell, a poor sculptor. As we return to our story, Arnold Grimes, who allegedly lost money purposely to the dead man, comes to see Knowlton's widow.
It's very nice of you to call, Mr. Grimes. I really didn't expect you to.
What did you expect of your husband's lifelong friend, Mrs. Knowlton? Now, Mrs. Knowlton, let's not pretend with each other. Your husband died a rich man, you know, but before he died, he unfortunately made me a poor one.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean he won so much money from me with those marked cards of his that I'm broke. Almost ruined. Now, you should be satisfied with half, don't you think?
Half? Half of what?
Half of the money he won. Now, I'm perfectly willing to get back only half and let you have the rest.
I think you'd better leave, Mr. Grimes. Maybe my husband did cheat. I don't know about that. And how much he won or what he did with the money, I don't know about that either. He never gave me a penny of it.
You're lying, Mrs. Knowlton.
Am I? Do I look like a woman with money? Does my home look like money? My clothes, my hands, my hair?
Look, your husband won thousands of dollars for me. Tell me what he did with that money or I'll...
Oh, you'll what, Mr. Grimes? Kill me, too?
I didn't kill your husband.
Oh, didn't you?
No, Mrs. Knowlton, I didn't. But I have a pretty good idea who did. This is Grimes, Arnold Grimes. Open the door, Lester, will you?
All right. The door's open. What do you want, Grimes?
I want to talk to you.
About what?
You know very well about what.
Some other time. Right now, I'm busy.
Oh, come, Lester. Put down that hammer and chisel and quit making those stupid shapes out of that rock.
You pig.
You murderer.
You're the murderer. You dare to accuse me? I could kill you for that.
Put down that chisel, Lester. Won't do the job on me that a knife did on Knowlton. I said put it down.
Oh, you're breaking my arm.
I'll snap your arm in two if you don't drop that chisel.
All right. There. Now, are you satisfied?
No. No, Lester, I want to know what you did with the money you took from Knowlton after you killed him.
I'm sorry I dropped that chisel.
I'm sorry you did, too. I could kill you now and claim self-defense.
Don't you come near me.
No. I'll get near enough to get my hands on you.
No, you won't.
Put down that statue, Lester.
Sure, I'll put it down like this.
You don't throw as fast as I can move, Lester. Don't try that again. You might have killed me.
Don't give me any ideas about killing. Because it wasn't Knowlton I've always hated. It's you.
Well, I guess Mrs. Knowlton isn't at home, Blackie.
Well, if she is, Mary, she's allergic to doorbells. Now, I'll try once more.
Oh, why? We tried for 5 minutes. Let's go. Mrs. Knowlton can't tell us anything anyway.
No, I suppose not. Well, come on, we'll go. Hey, what's this in the trash can?
Looks like a rag.
An expertly patched rag, Mary, that yesterday was Mrs. Knowlton's dress.
Well, what about it? Looks as if it needs throwing out. Look at that tear on the side of it. That's a new rip.
Yes, and the dress in this trash can gives me a new angle on this case. Where's the telephone?
Oh, there's one right over there on the wall by those steps leading to the stage.
Good, come on. I'm calling Faraday.
What for?
I'll tell you at the same time I tell Faraday. Eavesdrop and learn.
Oh, goody. I've done some of my best learning that way.
I've taught some of my best lessons that way.
Blackie, does that dress in the trash can really mean this much to you?
It means I have Knowlton's killer. Isn't that a lot?
Oh.
Faraday speaking.
Inspector, this is Blackie. I have Roger Knowlton's killer.
Stop wasting my time, Blackie. Goodbye.
Instead of goodbye, be a good boy and listen to me a minute.
All right. 1 minute, that's all.
Faraday, arrest Mrs. Knowlton for killing her husband. I found her dress in the trash can.
A dress in the trash can? Well, what does that prove?
Proves plenty, Faraday. It's a dress with a small tear in it that's going to rip this case wide open.
Yeah? How?
I'll tell you how. It's little things like a lost button, a paperclip, a speck of dust that spoil the most carefully worked out murder plots in the world. This torn dress is another killer's little innocent mistake.
What's a mistake about it? The dress was torn. Maybe it had to be thrown out.
Oh, no, Faraday. Mrs. Knowlton has been mending and patching her torn and worn-out clothing all her life. Why? Because she had to. She seldom had money enough for new clothes. The dress I found in the trash can wasn't badly torn. But she threw it out. Why?
All right. Why?
Because all of a sudden she has money. Her husband's money, the money she killed him for. Faraday, she suddenly gave up the habit of a lifetime, and only because she suddenly had no reason to keep it up.
Hey, this is beginning to make sense at that.
Well, you'd better make time and get down here. Mrs. Knowlton's not here, but she'll be back.
I'll be down in 10 minutes.
Make it 5. Come on, Mary. Let's go out in the theater.
Okay.
We're going to look for the money Roger Knowlton won from Grimes and Boswell.
Have any idea where it is?
No, but I know where it isn't. In a bank. Oh, the police would have found it already. He obviously hid it somewhere.
Where?
I don't know where, but his wife knows. I think it's in the theater somewhere. That's my bet. Let's get our hands on that money, and then Faraday can get his hands on our murderer.
There's the theater, boys. Pull up in front of the place.
Right, Inspector.
Rollins, you take a squad of men around to the back. I'll go in the front way here.
Yes, sir. Come on, men.
All right. Hey, where'd those shots come from?
Inside the theater, Inspector.
I think they did, too. Get around back on the double, Rollins. I'll block this exit.
Right, let's go, fella.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Faraday, is that you?
Yeah. Who's that, Blackie?
Yes.
What's it so dark in here for?
Somebody turned out the lights.
Well, what's the idea of the target practice in the dark? Hey, what's the idea of shooting at me, Blackie?
Turn off that flashlight, Faraday. I'm not shooting at you. Arnold Grimes is.
Arnold Grimes? Well, what's he shooting?
Turn off that light. Turn it off.
All right, it's off. Who screamed?
Mary did. I told her to duck down behind a row of seats and keep quiet. And you better keep quiet, too, or keep moving around.
I'm all right. Don't worry about me.
Okay, but what's this all about? Where are you, Blackie?
Over here. Oh, wow. That was close.
Well, what's Grimes shooting at you for?
Mary and I were looking for the money Mrs. Knowlton stashed when we saw Grimes across the theater doing the same thing. I yelled to him, and he ran up on the stage. Then the lights went out, and he started shooting.
Uh-huh. And you thought it was Mrs. Knowlton who killed her husband, huh?
Well, I'll admit this. Wow. Gee, that was close. Throws my theory haywire, but I can't be right all the time.
Boy, is this a laugh. You send me on a chase for Mrs. Knowlton and run right into the real killer. Blackie, you're not so smart. You're just a... Yipe!
I'm not so smart. You're not going to be even alive if you don't keep moving.
Oh, no? I'm waiting for a chance to get a good look at the flash of Grimes's gun. Then I'm going to let him have a shot or two from mine. I saw it that time. Here goes. Hear that? I got him, Blackie.
Hey, Inspector!
Yeah, Rollins?
I found the light switch.
Well, turn it on.
Yes.
Oh, it's good to be able to see again.
And look up there on that stage. I got Grimes, all right. See the body?
Nice shooting, Inspector.
Come on. Let's go see if he's still alive.
All right.
Blackie, may I get up off the floor now?
Yes, it's safe, Mary. Come on.
Ooh. Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's safe, Miss Wesley. Thanks to me, our pal Blackie didn't even have the right killer. But I got him. So it was Mrs. Knowlton, was it, Blackie?
Well, that's what I thought till I saw it Grimes. The lights went out and the shooting started. Up these steps here, Mary. Watch out.
Right.
Well, Blackie, looks as if I'd get... Hey, this isn't Grimes. Look, it's a woman. There's a gun in her hand.
It's Mrs. Knowlton. But it was Mr. Grimes who ran away from us.
Maybe, but it was Mrs. Knowlton who did the shooting.
If Grimes was here, he won't get far. I've got men at every exit. Hey, Blackie, this woman's alive. And maybe she'll talk.
No. But, Blackie, if it wasn't Mr. Grimes who shot at us, where is he?
I don't know, Mary. He must have ducked out at the theater.
Never mind Grimes. All right, Mrs. Knowlton. You killed your husband, didn't you?
You might as well tell us, Mrs. Knowlton. We know the truth already.
Do you? Well, all right. I shot at you. And I killed him. Are you satisfied?
Satisfied? Sure. But why did you kill him?
Because he was leaving me. He was caught cheating at cards. I followed him. I saw him get the money. He had it hidden. I took it from him after I killed him and hid it myself.
Where did you hide it, Mrs. Knowlton?
She'll never tell anybody anything anymore, Faraday. She's dead.
Blackie, please come up to the stage. We simply must get on with the rehearsal.
sure, Merriweather, but we simply must find the money that Mrs. Knowlton hid in this theater, too.
Blackie, I was just thinking of something. I know where that money is.
Of course you do.
Well,
What's the matter with you, Miss Wesley? Hanging around Blackie, affecting your mind?
No, Inspector, no, I don't think so. Unless you mean improving it.
You know better. Well, I gotta get back to headquarters. Question that guy Grimes.
Why must you? Just because Rawlin caught him running out of this theater? He was probably only looking for Knowlton's money, just as we were when he spotted us. We scared him off.
If both of you would just stop for a minute, I'll get you that money. It's right here in this seat.
Just like that, huh, Mary? Right here in this first seat in the last row.
That's right.
Oh, Blackie!
In just a minute.
Neither one of you believe me, do you? Well, all right then. Just watch what I find when I tear the seat cover off. There you are.
Hey, Blackie, look what's falling on the floor. Money, lots of it.
I see it, but I don't believe it. Mary, how did you know it was there?
Well, it was Mrs. Knowlton's seat, for one thing. You see, we gave her and her husband a pair of complimentary seats for the first performance. And then, while we were standing here, I happened to see that the cover on this seat had been ripped and very neatly sewed up again.
Of course that's where Mrs. Knowlton would hide the money. Her own seat in the theater was the safest place. Only she would be sitting on it.
Now, Blackie, please, we simply can't wait any longer.
Okay, Merriweather, I'm coming. Nice work, Mary.
Thank you. See that you do as well with your song.
Oh. And look as good in those tights.
And keep out of trouble, Blackie.
I've been in trouble before, Mary, but this time I'm really going to be in a tights spot.
Dick Kollmar as Boston Blackie from 79 years ago, September 10th, 1946, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. In a moment, Lum and Abner in something very serious.
In case of enemy attack or grave national emergency, keep listening to your radio. The emergency broadcast system will immediately bring you official information and instructions. Stations will not give call letters, but will identify the area they're serving. So dial around till you find the right one in your area, and then follow the instructions given.
Now a serious episode of Lum and Abner. This goes back 83 years, September 10th, 1942.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner. Well, sir, folks, how's the world been treating you this week? Well, if you've been working especially hard, I'm sure you're looking forward to a day or two of relaxation and fun this coming weekend. And that's what you need, all right. But don't overdo it. If, however, you do forget your better judgment and have too good a time, be sure to remember Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer is really made to order for the headaches and the minor stomach upsets which frequently follow good times, thanks to the threefold relief it offers. Now, relief is threefold because Alka-Seltzer offers fast relief for your headache, it can ease stomach discomfort, and help reduce excess gastric acidity, all three at the same time. Remember that, won't you? And the next time, let Alka-Seltzer help you get back on the happy side of life fast. You know, of course, that you can get Alka-Seltzer at all drugstores in 30 and 60-cent size packages, and also by the glass at the soda fountain. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, the Midwest Economy Travel Agency appears to have lots of persistence, but no trips to offer. And for that reason, owner Mousy Gray and assistant Cedric Weehunt failed again to sell Lum and Abner a vacation trip. Even their persuasive illustrated sales lecture was no help in bringing the prospective travelers around to the right point of view. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner alone in the Jotham Down store and library. A stranger in work clothes is just entering. Listen.
Well, how do you do, sir?
How do you do?
What can I do for you today?
Well, I'd like to get a few groceries. That is, if you will cash a check for me.
Cash a check, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, how big a one?
Well, it's my paycheck. I'm working over at Mr. Bates' mill.
Oh, doing some of that defense work, huh?
Yes, sir. My name is Miller. Friedrich Miller.
Oh, well, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Miller. I saw you around town once or twice, but I never knowed what your name was. Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Miller, I expect I better wait till Lum gets back. He's generally the one that takes care of such things as that.
Wait for who?
Lum, that's my partner, Lum Edwards.
Oh,
See, he does a check back and all such as that. He ought to be back any minute. Just went across the street to Dick Huddleston's store there. Or maybe you're in an awful hurry.
No, I can wait a little while.
Well, just sit down over there in the library if you want to. You can read some of them magazines and books over there.
Thank you.
It's all free, don't cost nothing. See, that's why we put up that sign there, Free Public Library.
Yes, thank you. That's a wonderful word. Free.
Yeah, read 2 of them magazines if you'd like to.
Wonderful world.
Oh, well, hello, Cedric.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Abner.
Come on back.
Yes, Ma. Have you fellers figured out where you're going to take a trip to for your vacate yet?
No, we ain't, Cedric. Lum's over asking Dick Huddleston where he thinks a nice place would be for us to go. I wish we'd hurry up and get this thing settled.
Yes, Mom, I wished you would, too.
Have you and Mousy got any more trips studied up for your customers?
No, Mom, I don't know whether we have or not.
Well, you're still working for Mousy's traveling agency, ain't you, Cedric?
Yes, Mom, but I don't know if I'm very happy there or not, though.
Well, you get to run the magic lantern for them illustrated sales lectures, don't you?
Yes, Mom, I like that part of it. Good.
Dog it, I'd love to get to run that thing myself.
Yes, Mom, that's fun, all right.
Well, what seems to be your trouble then, Cedric?
Oh, I don't know. Mousy tries to act like he's the boss.
Oh, well, who is the boss?
Mousy is.
Well, he's got a right to act like it then, ain't he?
Yes, Mom, I reckon so, but he makes me get down early in the morning, open up the place, and then sweep it out.
Oh.
And then he comes down a couple hours later and looks in all the corners to see if I sweeped out good.
Yeah, bound you, he copied that off of Lum. That's exactly what Lum does to me.
Well, it makes me pretty mad.
Well, I don't blame you, Cedric. I know just how you feel.
And he says I'm supposed to stay right there all the time, except when he sends me out to run an errand or something.
Oh, yeah. I've heard Lum tell that same thing to me, too, Cedric.
But he can go out any time he wants to, he thinks.
Oh, sure, anytime. Same thing happens here, yeah.
And this morning he said he wanted me to start punching the clock every day.
Punching the clock?
Yes, Mom. So I punched it a good one with my fist and broke it, and then he got mad at me for doing it, even.
He did? After he told you to do it?
Yes, Mom.
Well, Lum never goes that far, I'll say that for him.
Now he says he's going to make me pay for busting the clock, even.
Huh.
He's going to take it out of my wages.
Well, I do know. Well, I never expected Mousy to do a thing like that.
No, Mom, me neither.
Huh. How much is he paying you, Cedric?
Half of all the money we take in.
Well, that part sounds fair enough, Cedric. How much have you taken in so far?
Well, let's see. Including today, you mean?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
And he's going to take money out of that to pay for the clock?
Yes, Mom, that's what he said.
Well, if he can do that, he's a heap smarter at figures than I am, I'll say that for him.
And another thing, he's trying to get me to sign something that says he can take 10% of my wages and put it in war bonds and stamps.
Oh, yeah, huh? That's exactly what Lum's been trying to get me to do, too.
Is he sure enough?
Why, sure. Dog, I told him I had plenty of other places to spend that 10% of what I make around here.
Yes, Mom, me too.
I doggy Cedric, we ought not to let them get away with things like this, you know it?
No, Mom, we ought to get more money, I believe.
Why, sure, we don't have to stand for such things as this. We're grown-up men, Cedric. We wasn't born yesterday.
No, Mom, I was born a long time ago. I forget the exact year, but I believe it was on the same day as my birthday is, though.
Yeah.
I know it weren't yesterday, though. You're right about that.
Doggies, you know what we ought to do, Cedric? Me and you, we ought to quit.
Quit?
Yes, sir. Just go to some other town and start up a new business for ourselves. Just let that Lum and Mousy see how long they can get along without us around here. That ought to learn them a lesson.
Yes, Mom, it sure ought to. When do we start quitting?
My dog is right now. Where's my hat?
Pardon me, but before you leave...
Well, excuse me, Mr. Miller. I forgot you was here.
Yes, well, before you quit your jobs, I wonder if I might...
Well, now, Lum will take care of you just as quick as he gets back. Come on, Cedric.
Yes, Mom.
But wait, this has nothing to do with your partner. This is about you.
Huh?
You are terribly abused here, aren't you? You have to sweep the floor every day.
Yes, sir, every day.
You have to get here early in the morning, and you don't get enough money.
No, sir.
How would you like to work 75 hours a week?
75 hours?
I don't believe I'll take the job.
No, I don't blame you. You, if you are not careful, you might be taking it whether you like it or not.
Mom?
And you know what you'll get for those 75 hours of labor? 2 meals a day. 2 fine, lovely meals, consisting of a little thin soup and a few ounces of bad bread.
Well, law me, who'd ever work for that?
I'll tell you who. The German worker.
He does. Well, why don't he quit?
In Germany, no worker quits. He is not allowed to.
Well, what if he don't like his job?
Like his job. No one likes his job there. But it makes no difference. He does it anyway. He works where the Nazis tell him to. He does the kind of work the Nazis tell him to do. And he earns only what the Nazis say he can earn.
Doggy, that don't sound like much of a place to work.
No. Oh, it isn't, my friend. Not unless you like slavery. I know. I know because my brother Ludwig, he is there. He is one of the slaves.
Your brother?
Yeah. He can't write us much, but we find out things.
Well, here then, you must be one of them Nazis yourself.
No. I am an American. 5 years ago, I got my papers.
Oh?
You are an American because you were born here. I am an American by choice. I wanted to live as a free man. I have a little boy growing up. I want him to be free, too. I don't want him to ever be a slave and suffer as Ludwig is suffering.
Well, he won't have to if you keep him here, will he?
No. Not unless the Nazis win this war.
The Nazis win? They ain't gonna win.
They could. They could if people like you and your friend here don't stop taking your freedom for granted and start putting your money into war bonds. What's 10%? When your life as a free worker is at stake.
Well, I don't believe me and Cedric can afford to give 10%.
Here, nobody's asking you to give anything. All you're doing is lending money at interest. For every $3 you lend, in 10 years you get back 4. That's no sacrifice. That's a privilege. That's good business.
Oh, well, I never had thought of it just that way before.
You see this paycheck of mine? 20% of that goes into bonds. Not just this week, but every week.
20%? Well, doggies, how can you live on what's left?
It takes a little scheming. But war costs a lot of money. And victory isn't cheap. But remember this. It's a whole lot cheaper than defeat. A whole lot cheaper.
Yeah, well, I see what you mean, all right.
Hey, Abner, I've decided where we're going. Oh, excuse me.
Lum, this is Mr. Miller, and he wants to cash a check.
Oh, all right, Mr. Miller. I'll take care of that in just a second. Abner, I found a place to go on our vacation.
Uh-huh.
It'll cost us a little, but I know you got your heart set on taking a trip somewhere, so this sounded like a good idea.
Well, Lum, I believe I got a place studied up to go to.
You have?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Pine Ridge.
Pine Ridge?
Yes, sir. Us American workers has got to stay on the job. Ain't that right, Mr. Miller?
Yes, indeed.
And, Lum, you can get out that pledge thing that you was talking to me about, that 10% for war bonds thing.
Why, Abner?
Don't only change it to 20%.
20?
Yes, sir.
Granny's Abner put her there. I'm proud of you.
Well, I reckon it's Mr. Miller you ought to be proud of, Lum. It's sort of his idea.
Well, you ought to be proud of me, too, Mr. Lum, because I'm going to pledge 90% of my wages.
90%?
Why, you can't do that, Cedric. I'd just leave you a couple of dollars or so. Will it sure enough leave me a couple of dollars? Why, of course. Oh, boy, that's the best deal I've made in a long time. That's $2 more than I'm making now.
Friends, what's your answer to this question? Do you get enough of the B vitamins daily? Those important vitamins that are so necessary to the body's normal activity where nerves, energy, digestion, and appetite are concerned? Oh, you probably get some of the B vitamins in the food you eat, but records show that most people do not get enough. Well, why take chances? For your full minimum daily requirements of the B vitamins, whose requirements have been established, get one-a-day brand vitamin B complex tablets from your druggist and take only one tablet a day. Remember that now. I said only one tablet a day. Think of that for convenience. You'll find one-a-day vitamin B complex tablets mighty economical, too. Only 26 cents a week or less, depending on which size package you buy. So start getting your B vitamins the easy, pleasant, economical one-a-day way. Ask your druggist for one-a-day brand vitamin B complex tablets. Remember, that brand with the big one on the package is the one to buy.
Yep, they were serious in 1942, peddling war bonds. 83 years ago, September 10th, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Hope you'll be back with us. Our Thursday show, Peter Lorre Mystery in the Air from 1947, The Queen of Spades. The ABC Radio Workshop production of The Martian Chronicles, the 4-star Playhouse, Paradise USA, starring Rosalind Russell, Humphrey Bogart in an episode of Theater of Romance called Conflict, and The Couple Next Door. That'll be coming up tomorrow. Thanks for being with us here for another episode, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.